All right, cool. All right, Seeker, I'm bringing you up right now, okay? Oh, Jesus Christ. Seeker, I'm not sure why Seeker always does this. He requested, okay, there he is. All right, we're going to go ahead and bring Seeker all the way up. And we're starting the live now. All right, Seeker, how's it going? Are you at least 18? And which number did you want to talk about?
Hi, yeah. We'll go through one first.
You want to start at number one first. All right, not a problem. All right, so cool. Why do you think I should believe in a God?
I guess the point is what do you think God is?
Well, when I talk about God, I typically, since I live in the West, is typically the Abrahamic ones, because that's the one that affects our society the most, or the one that most people believe in, as far as the Western society goes.
Yeah, that's society. You.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay, so you go by whatever society tells you.
No, I don't go by whatever society tells me. I'm talking about typically when people, as we talk about God, that's what we're talking about, the Abrahamic version. I'm just letting you know what I'm talking about.
Well, the ones that is in the Bible or in places, or especially the Abrahamic ones, these, I think they've been misconstrued. They are misunderstood to not know that they're talking about a certain mindset and knowing that God is, man projects what they think God is. They give characteristics when God is just simply is not a man or a woman or a person, or it's just is. It's a force.
I don't think that really tells me anything. So God is a force. So when we're talking about, like, so you're saying that the God of, like, typical Western monotheism, like Christianity and Islam and Judaism, those are not gods. So it's about like the Eastern, more of an Eastern version or more of a deist version. Like, what is your version of God?
I think the Western version is just basically mixture of what everyone's been talking about from the East. All they've done is just simply they've turned it into a person. They've made it into like a man or a woman that sits on a throne. Even for example, Israel is Isa, Ra, El. Isa, Ra, El. It's a breakdown of, it's just mindset, is the mind.
Okay. That's fine, but like that's not really telling me, like, what do you think God? Let me ask you this. So you if I'm not mistaken, you're not going off of the Bible, the Quran, or any typical Western monotheism. Hold on, it's not your turn. So you're not going off the Bible, the Quran, or any typical Western monotheism. You're saying that God is.
I'm actually going off the Bible. I'm going off the Bible, but
so you're going off a typical Western monotheism. All right, cool.
Yeah,
so
I'm
the
going
God of the Bible.
based.
Great. So the God of the Bible. Why should I believe in that one?
I'm going based on I'm going, yeah, like based on mind.
So
the mindset.
Secret. The God of the Bible. Why should I believe in that
one? There's no one God of the Bible. They're all one God. It's all one God. It's just different regions.
I mean, the God of voodoo is not the God of the Bible.
Oh, they're all the same gods.
No, they're not.
The same God. It's the same.
Yeah, that's not true.
No,
that's not true.
Yeah, it all goes, even all of Damari. They're all, it's all different. All, like I said, human beings. We like to put category. We like to divide. We like to say this is mine. This is my God. If you live in, like you said earlier, if you're born in the West, you're going to follow the Abrahamic. If you're born in the East, you'll follow something else.
But
so what makes your God different than other God? It's all the same God. All it is just people.
I agree with that to a point, right? I think you're correct to a point. Yeah, they're all kind of the same thing in the fact that none of them have evidence for them being true. My thing is, though, is that the God of West African voodoo and Haitian voodoo is not the same as the God of the Bible, and the God of Hinduism is not the same as the God of the Bible. The gods of Hinduism predate the Bible by thousands of years, so they can't be the same God.
There's no gods in Hinduism.
They are.
It's just It doesn't work that way.
Hinduism has like 100 something gods, bro. What are you talking about?
No,
I mean, they have three main ones. Shiva, Brahma, and I
they're
forgot what the other
all,
one was.
It's all pieces segments. Like
All right, but what I'm saying is that predates Yahweh, though. That's what I'm saying. The God of the Bible is Yahweh. The Shiva, Brahma, and I forgot the other one. Shiva, Brahma, and something else. They all predate the Yahweh. Yahweh was a Midian god from the Levant. The Indus Valley civilization, it predates that by thousands of years. So it can't be the same one.
But it does. But again, you're stuck on names and titles. It's just names and titles. The fundamental thing is that God is within you.
What I'm saying is that you're saying that you're going off the God of the Bible. If the gods of Hinduism predate the God of the Bible, that means that the gods of Hinduism are not the same God as the God of the Bible. So that contradicts your claim.
No, you're misunderstand. Again, it doesn't matter when the religion started. It still goes back. The fundamental things of each and every of these teachings is understanding oneself.
Okay, so are you talking about the God of the Bible, or are you not talking about the God of the Bible?
You're talking about even the God. I'm talking about all gods. It's all the one same God.
Yeah, shit, he don't know about the God of the Bible.
But you just told me the God of the Bible. So which one are you talking about?
We are starting off.
He doesn't know about the God of the Bible.
We start off from the Western, which is the God of the Bible.
He's just saying circles, brother. He's putting you in the loop.
Is identity.
All right, everybody pause. Jaheim, give me a second. Everybody pause. Jaheim, give me a second with Seeker, okay? Listen, Seeker. When you first came up here, right? Actually, which God are you talking about? I was actually talking about some sort of deist God, and you said no, you're going off the God of the Bible. Cool, that's fine. And then when I asked you why should I believe in that one, now you're saying that they're all gods. So which one are you talking about?
Because it's all the same. It's all different regions with different type of culture.
So Seeker,
you ran them off the
same God.
All right, so everybody pause. So Seeker, you're not talking about the God of the Bible then. You're talking about another type of God. All right, cool. That's fine. Why should I believe in that one?
Because the God is the God that gives life to everyone.
You don't got no proof, twin. Stop playing games on here, bro. We trying to have a conversation, bro. This is life and death. We talking about God, man.
Life and death. You don't believe in God, so how can it be life and death?
Come on, man.
You guys, give me a second. All right, Jaheim, let me ask you a quick question real quick. Are you 18 and did you 21? Did you want to talk about anything on the board?
Oh, it's too young to understand this.
All right, cool. And I also can share some good news. That's my always first purpose. I ain't talking about Jesus. I ain't on no religious shit, but I'm just here to listen as well. All right, cool. I'm just listening to what's going on, and he got you in a circle here, bro.
I got you. Just pause me real quick. Let me just talk to Seeker real quick. All right, so Seeker, I'm just trying to understand. All right, so you're saying that all the God concepts are all the same thing. That's cool. That's all fine.
Yes. So, what I'm saying example, is that hold on, understand Freemasonry.
Hold on, wait, hold on. I get where you're coming from. All right, I understand where you're coming from now. Cool. So all the God concepts are just all one. What I'm saying is that I don't have any evidence of any of these. John, I'll put you on mute real quick. You're kind of loud. I'll put you on mute real quick. All right. So what I'm saying is that all of these God concepts, I don't have any evidence for any of them even existing in the first place. So the question then becomes, if we don't have any evidence for these things existing, why should we believe it? Now, the first thing that you said is that it gives us life and everything like that. You actually have to kind of prove that first. And how do you do that?
Okay. We give birth to the living, but we do not give life. That's number one. And everything that is here is already being given. You can only be shaped.
What did you just say? We give birth to the living.
We give birth to the living.
Jaheim, learn to control your mouth. You say you're here to listen.
Jaheim, just pause me real quick. Let me just try to talk to him. So we give birth to the living, but we don't give life. I don't think you understand how silly that sounds, bro.
No, we give birth to the living.
Yeah, and living things are alive.
So let me break down the logic for you. So a woman gives birth to a still baby. The baby is perfect, is still baby. But it's not able to breathe.
A stillborn is not alive. A stillborn is dead.
Why? Who gave life?
What do you mean? Who gave life? What does that mean? If a woman gives if a baby is born stillborn, like a baby is born like dead, right? What happens is that there must have been something that happened, like a medical issue.
But they have no medical issue. A lot of them don't. It's because they say the baby did not breathe, did not have life. It's lifeless.
Right. So that's a medical issue. The baby's didn't take
lifeless. So
hold on,
women give
seeker, listen. If a baby is still if a baby is stillborn and they never breathe, right? They never took in breath. That's a medical issue. Something either in their brain or their lungs didn't work. And they do autopsies all the time to figure out exactly what happened.
But they can't find why.
It's always.
I actually have the explanation for that, but I hold on to my part.
All good. So it's typically a medical issue, seeker. Now, yes, you are correct. Sometimes we don't know. We don't know what happened, right? So that's a thing sometimes, but it's typically just a medical issue that happened. If you're gonna say that our life is given by some supernatural force, cool, you can claim that, but now you have to show. How do you show that supernatural force is actually real? You just can't say, "Oh, we're born breathing, therefore supernatural force."
We do not control life.
Yeah, we kind of do. I have a gun in my car, bro. If I go on and shoot somebody, I just took someone's life, right?
No, you took someone's life, but you took the living body, but you cannot. Life itself, you do not control.
Hey man, I mean in this conversation, y'all, because y'all both can benefit.
Learn to control your mind.
Saying y'all both can benefit from what I gotta say. We all hear each other.
Jaheim, I got you. I'm gonna get you in a second. All right, just give me to the.
But I don't want to just have Seeker not be able to speak when I'm speaking. You know what I'm saying? I would like to have him speak as well.
Everybody pause. Listen, Jaheim, I'm gonna let you speak. All right, but right now it's Seeker's time. And then once it winds down, it'll be your time. Okay, I promise.
Well, shit, my phone at 3%, so I was just gonna give you a quick little rundown because I don't really want to be on here for too long. I'm just saying though, but I'll jump back another time if that's the case.
Okay, bye bye.
All right, cool. Nah, no problem. All right, so yeah, Seeker. So this is what I'm saying. When you said we don't control life, I'm trying to understand exactly what you mean by that.
Okay, so one of the definition of life we understand in Masonry is that we do not control life. We only be given it. We can't prolong. It's natural. You can say we partake in giving life, but we do not hold life. Or if that was the case, we can continue to keep going and get life and to prolong our bodies to continue. The body is simply just a vessel. Everything in the Bible, everything in the Quran, everything in every single book of wisdom is just a map of you.
This really doesn't tell me anything, bro. This really doesn't tell me anything. I'm not sure what you're saying. You're saying that we don't control life. We're just a vessel. What is the definition of life to you then?
Definition of life. Life is experience.
Right.
Experience this.
So we actually do control that then, because the moment I get off this, I got off this live, and me and my wife go out to dinner or something like that. That's an experience. We drink some liquor. That's an experience. We go home and make love. That's an experience. Yeah, I mean she gets pregnant and gives birth to my child. That's an experience. So what I'm saying is, hold on, Seeker. Let me just finish. All of these things are experiences, right? And we're in control of those things. We're in control of what we can experience most times, right? Except for when we're dreaming. A lot of times we can't control dreams, and even that we can have control over that too. Lucid dreaming. So we can, for the most part, control our experiences. So when you say life is experience and we don't control that, yeah, we do.
Life gives you the opportunity to live the experience. So you get to be a witness to that experience.
Yeah, so that means we're controlling our own experience.
There is no hell. It does not exist. No, there is no heaven.
Okay, that's all good and well. I could agree with that, right? I agree there's no heaven, there's no hell. But what I'm saying is that as far as our conscious experience, yeah, we're controlling that. Like you're saying that experience come from something else?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Because you're separating us living and having experience with the experience itself. You're separating those two things the way you're talking. So like what I'm saying is that if I go to Tahiti or something like that, that's an experience that I had, right? But you're saying that, oh no, I'm just living it. That's not an experience. Experience something else. Like what are you
living that experience? You're living that experience.
So I can control my experiences.
Yeah, that life that you've got gives you the opportunity to have to live an experience.
Agreed. So I control my experiences for the most part.
Yes. Yes.
You told me I didn't. So that's why I'm confused.
I told you that you didn't. When?
You said that we don't control our experiences.
No, but you don't control life.
What does that mean, bro?
Like you said, you could get up. You can get up and go out, and someone can just take your life. Well, take your living for you. They take away the opportunity for you to live an experience. Right. But your life, your soul is eternal.
Okay, so you're talking about a soul shedding. So you're talking about a soul then.
Yes. So okay, you're cool. Just shedding off your.
You need to. All right. So soul and life are two different things. So how do you actually prove a soul exists?
How do you prove a soul exists? A soul, okay. For example, the thoughts are not our thoughts, and our ways are not our ways.
How you know that?
Even everything that you construct your mind is not even. Your mind is constructed based upon your thoughts that you choose. What is the thing that absorbs those thoughts?
I'm really confused on what you're talking about, bro.
Okay, so every decision you've made, right? These are thoughts. You have intrusive thoughts. You have all these different thoughts that come in and out of your mind. You get to choose those thoughts and to use that to be able to build your temple, your mindset. So what allows you to observe those thoughts and makes you make those decisions?
My brain? I'm really lost on what you're talking about.
Okay, so now if you're going to say your brain, okay, no, it's okay, it's cool. If you're going to now say your brain now, then why don't you have control of your thoughts?
We do.
How?
What? I'm not sure what you.
You have so many thoughts that run through your mind. You choose which thought you're going to entertain.
Mm-hmm.
So why is that happening without you? If your brain is you, then why don't you have control over the thoughts that enter into your mind?
We do. Like we have control over our own thoughts. Like,
so you don't get intrusive thoughts.
We get intrusive thoughts, yeah.
Exactly.
But intrusive thoughts are not the only type of thoughts, are they?
Pardon? They're not the only thoughts. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So we can control our thoughts.
So what chooses the thought?
We do.
Who's the we?
Our mind. I'm not sure what you're asking.
But you see what I'm saying? Listen, but the mind is constructed by the thought.
Not always, because your mind is more than just your thoughts. Your mind is also your personality. Your mind is your experiences. Those are all parts of your mind, right?
Of what you, because of what you feel. What is real,
your emotions, etc. Those are part of your mind.
Exactly. This is why you can have two people that grow up in the same household
and have different personalities.
And they have two different personalities and two different experiences based upon how they preserve the world.
Of course.
They choose how they're going to build their mindset.
Yeah, you can sometimes you can choose your worldview, etc., etc.
Exactly. But some people,
but those are thoughts.
So some people see the world half full or half empty. What makes you make those decisive decisions? You and your brother grew up in a certain household.
That depends that depends on your experiences, the evidence that's available to you, how you process your emotions. It depends on a lot.
Well, it's just something for you just to chew on, food for thought. Just what is the thing that observes those thoughts and selects how you want to perceive life?
Not sure. Thanks. All right, guys. I do appreciate y'all for being here. Y'all go ahead and keep liking the live and keep sharing. I do thank y'all so much. Once again, if you're watching me from all of the socials, if you're watching me from the deconstruction junction, thank y'all so much for watching me there. If you're watching me from the B.A.A.S.H page, go ahead and thank you for watching me there as well. And if you're watching me from the Volsky Thoughts channel, my own personal channel, thank you so much for watching me there on Volsky Thoughts. You guys are wonderful. I do appreciate y'all. We're gonna go ahead and keep it moving and keep it pushing. Thank you guys so much. I do see that there are other people on right now. I know Black Atheist Rants is on right now. I'm not sure if B.A.S.H is on right now. I do know other folks are on right now, so we may be joining them in a few. If we don't get, it looks like it's going to be a little slow tonight. If we don't get more people, I guess within the next few, I'll go ahead and end it here, and you'll be seeing me join Black Atheist Rants, and we'll go ahead and do that. But guys, once again, go ahead and like this post up. Go ahead and hit and tap that screen. Tap, tap, tappity tap. We can go ahead and get the likes up and get some folks in here. Let's see. We're gonna go ahead and what we can do. We're gonna go ahead and put on some music here. We're just gonna go ahead and wait for some more folks to come in. Just gonna wait for some folks to come in. All right, and like I said, and like I always say, if you just say something in the comments that either you disagree with something I have on the board, or you answer something, or you just insult me or whatever, that's fine. I'm just gonna go ahead and invite you up, because we might as well like have a conversation instead of y'all just being afraid to talk to me or something like that. Might as well just talk to me. All right, Mark. He says my backwards cap shows stupidity, but I think my backwards cap is pretty cool. You guys don't like my cap? I think it's pretty cool. Mic check. There we go. There we go. Yeah, I will. Yeah, so Mark, go ahead and hit that link and join in. We'll have the discussion instead of you just insulting me in the comments. All right, Josh, over on the Deconstruction Junction. Go ahead and join me. I went ahead and dropped the link. You can join me, and then we're gonna go ahead and talk. Let me know why you think that we deserve punishment. And Liquid Skittle over on the B.A.A.S.H channel. Go ahead and join me on the stage. Liquid Skittle, go ahead and join me so we can go ahead and have a conversation about that. You said Jesus Christ loves me. Great. Come up here and talk to me and let me know why I should believe in Jesus Christ. Because I'm currently not a believer. So let's talk about why I should believe. Kyle, Rimbles, what's going on with y'all? Appreciate y'all being here. So once again, y'all, go ahead and keep tapping that screen. We're just waiting for a guest to come in. Gonna give it a few minutes before I hit a reset. We did have someone up here before. They ran out of time, so we're just gonna go ahead and move on to the next guest. And like I said, if you comment, then I'm just gonna go ahead and let you know to come on up and have a discussion. All right, Liquid Skittle, the point is to actually have a discussion with me. You can say no one is good, that's fine. But I want to know why you think so. Like, come on up, let's have a back and forth. Let's actually talk about it. Let's see where your mind is. You know what I mean? And then we'll move on from there. I've always wondered why religious people are so afraid of conversation, so afraid to speak to people who are of different, like, who are different beliefs or different modes of thinking. I don't think there's anything wrong with the conversation. Do you think something wrong with the conversation, Liquid? And shout out to folks in my chat. I do appreciate y'all. Rimbles, Y Weed, I appreciate you. Achel, I always appreciate you as well. Kyle, thank you so much for being here. All right, and we have Old Texas Man in the chat. Texas Man, go ahead and join up. We can go ahead and have a conversation. Like I said, y'all, if you comment something, either disagreeing with what I have on the board or insulting me, I'm just gonna go ahead and invite you up so we can actually have the discussion. You should believe in the Bible because the Bible says so. Circular reasoning. Who says hell is torture? If anything, that's just a hasty generalization. Yeah. I mean, usually when I talk to Christians, right, especially in the United States, they do think that hell is a place of fire and brimstone. So fire and brimstone, torture, etc. So I'm more addressing that version of hell. There are people who say hell is just separation. No one is actually getting tortured or anything like that. It just feels torturous because you're without the love of God or whatever. It's a roundabout way, you know what I mean? So, but I always ask, if that's what hell actually is, the fire and brimstone and the gnashing of the teeth and pulling our toes out of our bone, out of the bone socket. Like, why do people deserve that for not believing? That just always kind of seems silly to me. All right, we're gonna give it a few more minutes, and then I might hit a reset, so this can make it back to the FYP. We'll see if anybody would like to come up and have a conversation. If I hit a reset, that means that for a little bit, y'all will see the screen go out for a bit, and then you'll see it come back. Then you'll see it come back right after. I like this background music. Yeah, I invited Texas Man over in my chat to come on up and discuss. So we're just gonna wait to see if he actually comes up. Someone's message got deleted over on a deconstruction junction. Not sure who that was or why. But yeah, guys, we're gonna give this a few more moments, a few more minutes before as a matter of fact, I think I may do that now. All right, guys, I'm gonna hit a quick reset. All right, I'm gonna hit a quick reset. So that what that means is that the live is gonna end. You're gonna see probably another live or another picture or the screen of my my TikTok page just for a few minutes, and then you'll see me come back. Okay, so just give me a few minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and come right back, and then we'll see. We'll go ahead and get more guests. All right, go ahead and hit that live. Go ahead and come on back to me.
Go for a fixed point number, chat. AI super night tracking, 360-degree laser optical avoidance, chat. Extra propeller, chat.
So I heard Jamel Hill ask a question about why Gen Z doesn't mess with Hov or hip
right. All right, y'all. We are back. I'm going to go ahead and see if this works out a little better. Sometimes you got to let the algorithm refresh. All right, y'all. So we just got to go ahead and we just have to go ahead and let the algo. We have to go ahead and let the algo refresh a bit because I don't think it was getting pushed out. Sometimes it does that. And yeah, weed. I think I do know that bar is on right now. We'll see if I go on with him later. But right now it's just going to be us rocking it out. All right, cool. Now we do got a guest. All right, we're bringing Larian to the stage.
Yeah, what's up?
Larian, how's it going? Are you at least 18? And which number did you want to talk about?
Yes, I'm at least 18. Number 2.
All right, cool. Let's talk about number 2. Let's first get it clear. Are you Christian, Muslim, Jewish, or any other religion?
Christian, but in particular Catholic.
They're Catholic Christian. All right. So do you believe that hell is a place of torture and hellfire?
Yeah, I think there's enormous suffering in hell.
Great. So if I don't accept Jesus as my Lord and personal Savior, and I don't believe that is true, will I be going to this place of eternal suffering and torture?
Is not necessarily, but unless if you, God is going to judge your heart. So if you reject God based on invincible ignorance.
What does that mean?
So there is a difference between invincible and invincible ignorance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so invincible ignorance will be the kind of ignorance that you can do something about. Okay. So like invincible ignorance is like a state of you don't know something that you have no reasonable practical way of overcoming.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it applies to like situation where a person simply does not have the resources or the opportunity or the ability to find out the truth. Okay, for example,
okay. I get you. No,
right.
I get what you mean by that. All right, cool.
Right.
So like me, I grew up Christian, right? I grew up in a Protestant Christian church. The thing is, though, I'm at the point in my life right now where I don't believe any of that was. Hold on, it's not your turn yet. I don't believe any of that is true, and because I don't have any evidence for it being true. If that's the case, would I be going to hell?
Well, it depends on if you're already exposed to the truth, and your attitude towards what you've been exposed to will determine whether you're actually the cause of your own ignorance, or whether you can be held not culpable. But generally,
I'm not sure.
For unbelievers, generally, I'll give you the general rule. Then we'll go into whether it's invincible or invincible. So general rule is about Romans 2. Paul says this is how God is going to judge unbelievers. He's going to judge them according to natural law, which they already know in their hearts. Even when they are doing good or bad, their consciences are already judging them to show that they already have the law within them.
Okay, this is all good and well. This is all good and well. Here's the thing. I don't believe that any of that is true, right? I don't believe in a God. Okay. So now I used to, because since I grew up in the church and everything like that, I got baptized, all that good stuff. I don't think any of that is real. I think it's all silly. So now that being the case, that I think it's all silly. However, I still try to live a good moral life. I don't harm anybody. I try to be charitable. I'm even studying something in order for me to help out people who are low income. Hold on. I'm even studying something right now to help out people who are in my position or are low income and everything like that. So I'm living that good life. Would that matter at all? Or is just me just not rejecting the God claim will that just alone send me to hell? That's kind of what I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, it does matter. That's precisely what Paul is appealing to. Paul is not natural law is not a law given in the Bible. Natural law is law. By the way, it was first articulated by the Greeks. So that Paul is citing it it simply means that Paul is recognizing reality, the moral logic of the universe. So the argument is that because we are broken, that's the narrative in the scripture, that because we are broken, we do not follow natural law as we used to or as we ought to. Therefore, we need grace to be able to not only to know it intellectually, but also to conform our will to be able to do it.
Can you do me a favor? Clarify what you mean by natural law.
So it's just the moral principle that you can discern the law of human conduct by studying human nature and the universe. So you don't have to appeal to the Bible or to scripture or to any faith. You just use your reason, your rational ability to discern these laws in the universe. The basis of it is do good, avoid evil. Do good, avoid evil. That's the foundation.
Okay, so do good, avoid evil. All right, so cool. So that's what I do. I attempt to do as much good as possible and avoid evil, or I think is evil. So based on that, in your worldview, I would still go to heaven even if I don't believe in a God claim.
Yeah. So God is going to judge you according to the knowledge you have and how you followed the light of your conscience. So now, but here's the kicker. Here's the kicker, because he's not gonna say, oh, because someone was giving you the argument or preaching the gospel to you, you kind of you became cynical. Now you are the cause of your own ignorance. It doesn't mean that you actually were convinced, even though you were not convinced. But did you put obstacle in the way towards conviction? Like maybe if I listen to this lady or to this guy, I might become convinced. Therefore, I'm gonna just cynically be, putting obstacle to make sure we don't get there. Now you will be judged like a Christian. You'll be judged because you are the cause of your own ignorance.
Okay.
But if you are innocent, let's say you were born in the Middle East, you've never been exposed to the gospel, then God is going to judge you according to the moral law in your heart, how you followed it.
So
even if you're a pagan.
You're right.
Can I ask you a question?
I got you. Hold on. So just like I said before, I grew up in this, right? I grew up in this, and I'm not convinced anymore. Hey guys, like as I told everybody, there's a timer here, guys. You just gotta wait. So like I grew up in this, and I'm not convinced anymore. So that's the point where I'm at right now. So because I'm not convinced of this anymore, God is going to judge me based on where I'm at right now, or is he going to judge me based on the fact that I did grow up in church and I just don't believe it anymore? Which one he's going to judge me on?
May I speak?
Not your turn yet. There's a timer up here, guys.
Okay, sorry.
Not all good. So yeah, what do you think, Larian?
Can you summarize your question again?
What I was trying to ask is that again, okay. I did grow up in this. I grew up in the church. I know about Jesus. I even did the whole baptism thing. I took the communions, all that good stuff. Right? I did all that as a younger person, but I do not believe it anymore. I think it's all silly now. I don't believe it. So what I'm asking is, will God judge me who I am today, or will he judge me on the fact that I did grow up in this but changed my mind? Which one will he judge me on?
No, he's not going to judge you for changing your mind, because if you did if you did change your mind, honestly, you were critical, you looked up what you were being taught, and you've realized that it doesn't make sense, it's not logical, and you deconstructed, you are doing the right thing actually, because God gave you your intellect, he gave you your mind, and you using it. I don't think he's going to disagree and say, this guy used the intellect I gave him and deconstructed, therefore I'm going to punish him. That will make God a meanie. So of course, you use your intellect. But here's the thing. If you continue, since you are now an unbeliever, no problem. You did the right thing, actually, by deconstructing what you find not to make sense. Now, here's the thing. If you continue to walk in the light of truth, you will still find God. But let's say you did not eventually find God, but you've had people maybe talking to you about God, saying, no, you are wrong. Let's give you the correct, maybe what you deconstructed was not the right thing, was not the full truth. There's some truth in it, but maybe not the fullness of truth. Let's give you the fullness of truth. And you could say, okay, yeah, I'm willing to listen. Or you could say, no, I'm not willing to listen. Or you could also say, you pretend that like you're willing to listen, but you are not actually listening. You're, finding obstacle, throwing obstacle in the way of you attaining the truth. You see, now that's where the judgment comes in.
Gotcha.
Like, hey,
Gotcha.
Your ignorance is your own doing.
Your own doing. Okay, gotcha. Now, what if I am willing to listen, but even at the end, I'm still unconvinced?
God is not going to judge you for that. He's only going to judge you for how you live your life according to what you already know.
All right, gotcha.
According to Romans 2, that's what Paul says in Romans 2.
Okay, I mean, I don't have any beef with that, Larry. I got you. I get that. I understand that. All right, cool. So
even Christ himself said that because you now know, you have the knowledge, therefore you are sin. The judgment will be heavier. So if you don't know, if you're like a baby or a old grandma, you've not been exposed to Christianity, or you're not even literate, or you are a smart person, you deconstructed something doesn't make sense. Like me, I used to be an atheist. So had it been God judged me at the time, I think he would judge me correctly, because I was not the cause of my deconstruction. I just didn't find it to make sense.
Okay, cool.
I did the right thing. I deconstructed.
All right, cool. So what does make sense? Why does it make sense to you now?
I realized in hindsight, what I used to have was an infantile understanding of the faith.
Okay.
So I studied now. I have an adult understanding. I studied metaphysics, read some philosophy, studied the Bible a little bit better. So I have an adult understanding of the faith.
I mean, the thing is, you can have a full understanding of the faith, right? Like I get understanding a lot of it, right? There may be some points where I don't understand all of it. I agree with that. But that still wouldn't show me that the supernatural is real, right? Because for me, I would need to have more stronger evidence than someone simply arguing it, right? Because, like, for example, let's say I wanted to prove to you that bacteria is a real thing. What would convince you more? The fact that I came up with a fancy philosophical argument, or if I took you to a lab and showed you under a microscope and showed you bacteria? Which one would be more convincing for you?
Yeah, the one you showed me, because we are human beings. Human beings mean that we have a physical aspect. Okay, so God even recognizes and treats us as human beings. We are not angels. We are not pure spirit, and we are not animals, which is a bag of protoplasm. We are a combination of the physical and the metaphysical. Body and soul, if you want. So that's how God approaches us. Even to the incarnation, God taking a human body instead of treating us like angels. So to your question,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. So that's how even when it comes as it pertains to our salvation or in everything, that material aspect has to be there, because we are physical beings.
Okay. So that's what I'm trying to say, right? If we can, what I'm trying to say with my question is, I want someone to show me the lab. You know what I'm saying? Like the philosophical arguments and the metaphysics, all that is good and well, right? That all that sounds beautiful, but doesn't actually demonstrate anything to me. I want you to show me the lab. You see what I'm saying? Because that's the one that's going to convince me more than you coming up with arguments. But hey, Larry, and I appreciate you. Did you want to talk about number 3 or number 1 or anything like that?
Let's see. Number 1 is, why should I believe in God? I think we've kind of addressed that. So the third one, if heaven doesn't exist, would you still be a good person? Well, it depends. Yeah, but if there is God, then there will be an objective definition of good. So yes.
Okay, and what if there's no God? Would you still be the person that you are today?
Then the question would be, what is good? So once you ask the question, what is good and who defines it, or what defines it? So that take us far off.
I think good is not causing. I think good is minimizing as less harm as possible.
Minimizing as less harm as possible. So if we go to rescue an American soldier and unalive 10 people, that will not be good.
Right, because the thing is, if you go to rescue a soldier, but in you rescuing him, you have to take out 10 people because they were trying to take him out. You didn't defend somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe they're not taking him out. They just want to hold him for ransom.
You just want to hold him for ransom. I think that's still harmful. I think you should try to not take them out. You know what I mean? Try to rescue him as much as possible. But if they're going to be trying to take you out because they want to hold him for ransom, then that's the best possible way to defend your life and defend his life. You know what I mean? So you're still minimizing harm. You just It's just unfortunately you have to be violent with it. If you try any other way and it didn't work, then you just got to be violent. Now, I mean, it's complicated. It really is complicated. There's no
because you say because you're kind of quantifying it. If you put the harm on a scale, obviously you say like eliminating 10 people for one person is obviously bad. Again, using that
exactly. But but things, life is more complicated than that. We need that. That's why when it comes to morals. Yeah, that's why when it comes to morals, is never like good, bad, or God. Things like that. It's when it comes to like when Christians say, God hates all sin, all lying is bad. I'm like, are you sure about that? Because none of us is going to give Anne Frank up to the Nazis, are we? You know what I'm saying? So it's just one of those things where like it's much more complicated than that. But,
because the reason I make sure that I indicate that I'm Catholic is because we disagree a lot on how Protestants understand the Bible. We think because they are more literalists, we call them fundamentalists. And a lot of them, they are largely anti-intellectual. They don't apply reason in their faith.
Especially the evangelicals. Especially the evangelicals.
The evangelicals, they are descendants of Calvinists. So they are called fideists. They're just faith. My Bible says. God gave you brain. Okay, so we believe in fides et ratio. That's faith and reason. Faith opens your mind and your intellect to be able to know even those things you will normally know by reason alone. But because of the fallen state of human nature, you don't even know what you should know by reason alone. Now, faith coming in gives you that clarity and also tells you more things that you will not even know by reason. So that's the importance of faith.
Gotcha. Well, I don't think faith does that, but hey, we are just out of time. But hey, I appreciate you, Larian. Go ahead and come back next time. All right.
All right. Thanks, man. Have a beautiful day.
You as well. All right, we're gonna get to Sky in a second. Sky or Sky? I'm sorry, was that Sky or Sky?
You can just it's Escala. It's my name and surname. You can just call me Salma.
Okay, Salma. Give me one moment, Salma. Hey, Muslim, I do see you over on my StreamYard. I promise I'm gonna get to you. All right. Don't worry. I didn't forget you. I'm seeing you over there right now, Muslim. Just give me a few minutes. I'm gonna talk to my TikTok person real quick, and then I'm gonna get right to you. All right. Appreciate you. Stay patient for me. Once again, guys, I thank y'all so much for joining me tonight and being here. I do apologize that I had to go ahead and do a quick restart, but as you can see, the restart worked. I was able to get more guests. It was able to push it out to the FYP. I appreciate y'all for being here. Keep tapping that screen. Keep liking. Go ahead and drop me some gifts. Thank you so much if you're watching me from the B.A.A.S.H channel. Thank y'all for watching me there. If you're watching me from the Volsy Thoughts channel, thank you for watching me there. And if you're watching me from the Deconstruction Junction, thank you guys for watching me there. The link is pinned. You guys can go ahead and join me. I'm not looking at the comments, y'all. So if you are arguing with me with something I say, I'm not going to be able to see it. So you need to go ahead and come on up, just like how Muslim did in my StreamYard, and then we can go ahead and have a talk, okay? Thank y'all so much for joining me. We're going to talk to Salma right now. Salma, how's it going? Are you at least 18? And which number did you want to talk about?
Yes, I am actually turning 19. I am legal, don't worry.
Okay, cool. Which number did you want to talk about?
Could we start from number 2, then we go to number 3 and number 1, or we could go in order if you want.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll start with what you want to talk about. Number 2. All right, cool. Just to clarify, I did see that you said you're a Protestant. The way that you understand hell, is it fire, brimstone, gnashing of the teeth, torture, etc.?
I'd argue it depends on what aspect of Christian theology you're looking at, but Christian theology doesn't ultimately mean that it's this weird straw man that hell is ultimately where God sends you to be tortured. Hell for most, or for Protestantism, is defined as absence of God. So, hear me out. If, for example, willingly on earth you choose to be separate from God, using your free will, then ultimately in eternity, you are separate from God. And if God is good and God is love, what happens when you remove love and goodness from a specific area? That's why you have now your suffering, your torment, your evil. So it's kind of a straw man to say that God sends people to hell for torture. That's not an accurate description of what we as Christians actually believe in. It's a more or less a straw man. That's why you also have this thing of all of a sudden, this weird argument that no, hell is where the devil tortures people. That's not how it works, and that's not what we believe in.
Salma, you do realize what I said the other person got right, that I grew up Christian.
Pardon?
You know I grew up Christian, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay, cool. So the Christianity that you realize is not a straw man. plenty of Christians say that hell is fire, torture, and God sends you there for not believing. That is a thing that is preached, especially in evangelical circles. So it's not really a straw man.
Again, the reason why it is justified for you to say that it is hell or it is torture and yada, 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 is because it is eternal separation from God. And I asked, what happens when you remove goodness from a specific area?
No, you understand. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about just removal of God, removal of love. I'm talking about the way that I was taught hell and the way that millions of Christians around, the way that millions of Christians around the world are taught hell is that it's fire, brimstone, and torture. As a matter of fact, my sister just the like, I think last month was talking to me about this because they talk to me about this at least once every 6 months about becoming Christian again. And she even repeated it. If I die, I will go to a place of fire, torture, and brimstone. That's the Christian. That's the hell that millions around the Christians around the world believe. It's not just removal of love. It's actual torture that God will send you to. It's not a straw man that I'm saying. That's the type of hell I'm addressing.
I don't think we're connecting. I'm not saying that it's not torture. I'm saying the weird chat that God sends you to hell when hell is an active choice that you make.
But the thing is, I'm not really making a choice, right? I'm just not convinced that he exists. So I'm not choosing to be tortured. I'm just not convinced that he's real.
Now, we can get to that later. I just want to clear up that when you choose to be separate from God and you remove love, again, and goodness, that's why you have your torturing and your suffering. So I'm not saying hell is not torturing or suffering. I just need us to clear up this weird chat that God sends you to hell or God wants. Let's now say God wanted to send you to hell, then ultimately there would be no reason for Jesus Christ coming down. So again, it's just, I'm not saying hell is not a place of torture. I think hell is a place of torture because it's the result of being separate from God. So ultimately, again, I just think it's a straw man. The main thing that I want to clarify is that this weird argument that God sends you to hell is not it's not according to proper Christian theology, that is.
All right, but who's preaching the proper one? Because plenty of people do say that God sends you to hell. Again, that's Christianity that I grew up with.
Look at scripture. I would say look at scripture. Which type of theology is more in line with scripture? Because if I were to say that no, you are going to hell because of this and this, then I would argue that then you're not living according to the word, because in the word it tells us that we have no sense of final judgment, right? We can judge people, but we can't condemn them. If I say that you're going to hell, that's condemnation. So anyone preaching condemnation is not abiding to the word, because again, it even talks about how your ultimate master is in heaven and he will decide everything on the day of judgment.
Okay, so cool. If anyone I get all that. So like the question then becomes, why do I deserve torture?
Pardon?
The question then becomes, why do I deserve to be tortured?
Why do you deserve to be tortured? It's not a thing of whether or not you deserve to be tortured. You chose to be tortured. That's what I'm getting at.
No, I'm not.
Pardon?
I'm not choosing that.
Okay, Nashab. You know what? I think if we go to number 1 or number 3, it would better align with how I would explain number 2.
All right, cool. We can go to number 1. Here's the thing. I'm not convinced that God exists, right? So you don't choose what you believe. You're either convinced or you're not. I can't choose right now to believe. I can't choose right now to truly believe that there's a pink dragon in the middle of the planet Pluto, right? I can't choose to believe that because I'm not convinced that that's true. So when it comes to God, it's the same thing. I'm not convinced that's true. So how can I choose to go to hell then if I'm not convinced?
The thing is, for me, the first thing I have to ask is for me to convince you, what type of evidence do you need? Because again, nothing is 100% provable. But if I were to present evidence that shows that God is it's most probable for him to exist, then would you or would you not accept that evidence? And if you do not accept that evidence, then unfortunately, that is a personal choice. You understand?
Well, what are you gonna present? I take evidence as something that's...
we can go from the historical or archaeological standpoint of view, or we can go to science. We can go to whichever matrix. So that's why I asked what type of evidence you would like.
Yeah, we can go to some scientific evidence. Like again, when it comes to historical archaeology and everything like that, right? Jesus could be a real person. I don't doubt that. Okay. The question is about whether or not he had superpowers, because he was born in Nazareth or Bethlehem, one of them. He was born there. He preached when he was 33, and then the Romans crucified him on a torture device. Now, did he spit on someone and cure them of blindness? Did he walk on water? Did he raise Lazarus from the dead? Did he was dead for 3 days and then flew up to the heavens like Superman? Did any of that happen? That's what we're what I have serious doubts about, and I don't think it's true, right?
Okay,
because
hear me out.
if I'm going to take all those supernatural stories as true, why not take all the other supernatural stories as true too?
Okay, one, the reason why, if I were to go on a historical point of view, we could argue on Jesus' divinity, but hear me out. There are both Christian and non-Christian sources that do prove of his divinity. So I would ask you, for example, if you have multiple societies recording historically that there's a dragon within existence, you could say, okay, but there's no way a dragon existed, but if it's historically written by multiple societies that have come to multiple conclusions, would you assume that all those societies are now delusional, or would you assume that, hey, maybe there is the probability of this being true is there?
No, they'll be delusional, because what you're saying actually did happen. Europeans recorded dragons, the Asians recorded dragons, Africans recorded dragons, Native Americans recorded dragons. Dragons don't exist. Yeah, I mean, so multiple people recording something happening does not make it true.
Hear me out. I don't want to go into the dragon debate, but anyways, we could go according to my foreplay within science is chemistry and biology, because that's what I study. We can go into physics a little bit, but if I would say, right, the way the universe is defined, the way the universe exists, right? We as scientists, we've come to the conclusion that the universe has a beginning, right? Because it's expanding, it shows that. So anything that's able to expand has a beginning. So ultimately, we'd argue then what caused the beginning. Now we could argue the Big Bang, but ultimately the Big Bang makes a little bit no sense unless you take it from a creationist point of view, and even from there, you still require an outside causation. I argue that science within itself doesn't explain how certain things got there. It explains how they work, but it doesn't get to causation. It can tell you that, hey, this is how gravity works, but it never tells you why gravity is there in the first place. Hey, this is how an elephant looks like, but it never tells you as to why specifically an elephant exists, right? So ultimately,
I mean, elephants just because of evolution, but when it comes to
I love this theory. Actually, the theory of evolution is currently debated on.
Hold on. You said that you're a scientist. Did you say chemistry or physics?
I study chemistry and biology. I do have a bit of physics background, but I'm not a professional. So
all right. So all right. So let me get this straight. You studied chemistry and biology, and you doubt that evolution happened?
The thing with the theory of evolution within itself is actually quite debated upon in modern science because it doesn't make sense. The reason why it doesn't make sense, Darwin himself said that the reason why my theory could collapse is because of the fossil records. So you know when it says that humans evolved from monkeys, right?
Well, we evolved from apes. Well, we are apes, right? Or prior apes, yeah.
Listen, hear me out. From the transition from apes to humans, the missing links, the fossil records are against thing because listen, evolution says that there is slow, gradual change, right? Unfortunately, according to fossil records, you will have a primitive species with a certain fossil. There is no gradual, slow change. You will just end up finding another fossil that has ultimate, a big jump of change, which goes against.
Not really. The fossil record does show gradual changes. Like it doesn't show any big, there are several links in the chain, right? Like there's not just Australopithecus and then this thing a million years later. Like there's multiple bones in the fossil record. Like we can even look this up right now. Like if you're a biologist, you should know that. I'm not sure why you're saying that that's not true.
It's maybe because I'm rushing because I see that I'm looking at the timer, but if you were to DM me, I would be able to explain it properly. Second, it kind of goes against if you were to scientists have stimulated the theory of evolution in a lab, and the probability of it is 7 to times 10 to the power of 47,000, right? So according to Charles Darwin's
wait, what did you get that from? Where'd you get that from?
It's a stat. It was a study. I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember. I could get the papers for you, but again, according to scientists, if you were to stimulate the theory of evolution within a specific lab, right, it would prove that we don't have enough time. If according to the Earth's timeline, according to science, and then Darwin's theory of evolution, it would still not be, how can I say, we would still not have developed to multicellular organisms, would still more or less be at the, we wouldn't be as advanced as we should be because we don't have enough time. That and the fact that it contradicts the second law of thermodynamics.
But the thing is, Salam, evolution has been going on for 4 billion years. 4 billion years is an extremely long time.
Yes, but if you were to stimulate it in the lab, it would show that it's still not enough time for us to develop. We're not saying that it's not enough. Yes.
Yeah, we've done evolution in the lab, macroevolution. We've done it in the lab. Like the thing is like this everything that you're saying. I'm kind of surprised you're saying that you're a chemistry and a biologist and saying all this, because everything that you're saying has either been shown to be true that we can do it, and you're saying that it's not, or it's completely untrue. Like the entire thing about 1 in 7 billion chance we don't have enough time. Obviously, it happened because 4 billion years is extremely long time. And what stat are they going by? Because we only have a sample size of 1, which is the Earth, right? We've never seen another form of life. So what are they comparing it to? As a matter of fact, what is the probability they're comparing? Can
I correct something real quick?
Oh yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I want to say the process was 4 billion years, unless you're talking. Well, it depends on what life you're talking about. I'd say the world was and like the plants, sure, yeah, of course they was experiencing evolution, but I'm pretty sure from the abiogenesis it was 914 million years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's when evolution started with life. Abiogenesis.
Abiogenesis started 914 million years ago?
It's 914 million, I believe. I mean, maybe 912 million.
And also, okay, let's say now for argument's sake that evolution is real.
Well, I think you kind of got that backwards. It took 900 million years for abiogenesis to start. But from what I'm finding here, it started in between about 3.7 to 4.2 billion years ago. If the Earth is about 5-6 billion years old, then that means that it took about 914 million years for it to start, right? So evolution has been happening for like 3 billion years. That's a very long time. Yeah, I mean, so.
I thought you were talking from the beginning of. Never mind.
Okay. I got you. I'm sorry about that. We probably talk past each other.
No, I'm sorry, brother.
All good. I'm sorry. But yeah. Sky, you see what I mean, right? Because I'm even here on the Smithsonian website to look at the fossil record of humans, and there are thousands of bones here of human evolution. It's not something that
the reason why I say there is no, like, it's a big jump is because from the theory of evolution, we developed from a common, like, singular ancestor, like, which would be like a singular organism if you were. So again, that's a huge leap where you get one cell to now a multicellular organism, if you get what I mean, right?
Right. So from a single cell to multicellular organisms, yeah, that is a mystery. Yes. No one doubts that's exactly. A mystery, right? Hold on, wait. Okay. No one doubts that's a mystery, but that doesn't mean just because it's a mystery, it's impossible or untrue. It's just a mystery. Okay. I mean, we're still trying to figure it out.
Okay, but remember,
also you're gonna have to attribute that to God, though. You do realize that. Right, and I'll say the best way to do is give a syllogism, right? Well, a set of premises that's valid to an inference that preserves a conclusion, right, of why God should be attributed for evolution. If you don't believe in evolution, human life.
No, I'm saying, what I'm trying to prove is the theory of evolution by itself is not plausible.
Okay, then let's say it's false. God. Let's say it's false. How does that prove God? Let's say it's false right now. How does that prove God?
I'm not saying that it within itself is false. I'm saying it has loopholes that if you
but like there's no point of arguing against it. Are you here to prove that God exists, or at least show empirical evidence? Okay, great. So let's say everything we know, every scientific mechanism, every phenomenon was all lies. Everything was lies. We don't really understand it. Cool. All right. How does that prove God?
That's a straw man of Christianity. We believe that God, science.
I'm not straw manning Christianity.
Everybody pause, because I don't want us to get to in the weeds and stuff like that. All right, cool. So Z is actually asking a genuine question. even if you were to show tomorrow that all evolution is false, right? All the fossil records, et cetera, even if you were to show that false, how would that show God exists?
Again, I'm not claiming that it is false, right? I'm claiming that it within itself cannot occur if you were to remove God out of the picture.
Why?
Right? That's what I'm claiming. Because right now, as I'm proving, the theory of evolution by itself doesn't make sense. Even if you go into abiogenesis, it doesn't make sense because they tried to recreate it. And what did they get? The best that they got is non-functional protein, amino acids.
Amino acids, yeah.
And
but
that was
because it takes time.
But like, listen, they were non-functional. They had
that's a Miller-Urey experiment, and that was also done in 1960.
Yeah, 1960 or 1950 something. But yeah, I mean, there's been more updates since then, right? But what I'm saying though, Sky, is that yeah, sure. But what it shows is that yeah, organic molecules can can occur under these conditions, and yeah, it's going to take time. It's going to take probably a few million years.
Under conditions, but again, I don't think you're missing the point. I'm not saying they got non-functional amino acids, so in a controlled environment. So the amino acids they manage to produce are non-functional and cannot connect with each other to produce
I get that, right? So, I get that. What I'm saying is that it was non-functional amino acids. How do you get from non-functional to functional? Those things are a mystery, right? Because it's going to take time, maybe millions of years for it to happen. So yeah, those things are a mystery, but just because it's a mystery, just because we don't know how it does done yet, there is origin of life research out there that actually tries to answer all these questions. And if you're a chemist, you can have access to all these papers, right? So what I'm asking you now is, well, how come you just haven't looked at all these papers to see exactly how they were able to determine that abiogenesis is the most likely answer instead of saying that it's not true? Because they've been writing these papers for decades now, or at least over a decade.
The very people that came up with the concept of abiogenesis themselves, there's this scientist who worked on it. I can't remember his name, but he himself said that after a while that is not a plausible theory, to the point that he decided that, hey, it makes more sense to conclude that life came from other planets than by abiogenesis. So it's a bit...
Wait, who said
I'll
that?
take you up on your offer. Pardon?
Who said that?
I said I can't remember his name.
My bad. I'm sorry.
I apologize.
Right, so, all good. I didn't hear you well. That's my bad. What I'm saying though, Sky, is that I get where you're coming from, right? Because yeah, abiogenesis could have this mystery of how do we get from single cell, or how do we get from non-functional proteins to functional proteins? All that is a mystery. I give that to you, right? What I'm saying is that there is origin of life research, and there's like hundreds, maybe even thousands of papers at this point. Why not us look at the research of this first? Because I'm not a chemist. You're the chemist. Yeah, I mean, so you may be able to understand all these papers better than me. What I'm saying is, like, why not look at that research to see if they're missing something, and if they are, go ahead and rebuttal it, like print out your own papers. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not going to be able to argue any of this. I'm not sure if Z, are you a chemist? If you're a chemist, you have a question. You tell them.
No, I'm not. But Sky, well, let's at least agree that you don't have an epistemic access to cognition, right? Can we disagree? So that you don't have an epistemic access to cognition. So how can you truly? So if your argument saying that, all right, so the naturalist way, right, or the naturalist way is in explaining, right, 100% or definitively of how abiogenesis actually works. Therefore, we have no reason to believe in it, but we do have empirical evidence for abiogenesis, right? You're going to have to prove that supernatural intervention is more probable, and by that, you're going to have to prove supernatural intervention.
Okay, let's say.
So just we could sit here and throw jabs at abiogenesis or macroevolution or Charles Darwin. Sure, we can, but I can grant it for you that all of this was a lie. I can grant it to you.
Okay. Let's say for sake argument that
hey guys, I'm sorry. Sky, go ahead and respond to him, but I got to get to Muslim on my StreamYard. Go ahead and respond to him, and Z and Sky, I'm gonna drop you both just for a little bit, and then maybe later on we can go ahead and circle back to us. All right, sound fair?
Okay, yeah, of course, but I'm gonna follow you.
All right, not a problem.
Okay,
all right. So Sky, go ahead and respond to what he was saying. I do apologize. Go ahead.
Again, I'm not saying that abiogenesis within itself is false. However, I'm saying it's not probable if you were to not include God, in the sense of, let's say Now you have biogenesis.
Yeah, you're gonna have to prove that. You can't just make the claim. You're gonna have to make an argument.
Can I?
Yeah, go ahead and sure. Tell me why you think so. Go ahead.
The reason why I would argue is you can how can I say it? You can explain how life came about, but what caused it? Because again, the probability of it happening is, to me, very unlikely unless you prove me otherwise. Mm-hmm. But so you're telling me at some point in the timeline of the universe, at some point in the timeline of the universe, the conditions were just right so that functional amino acids could be produced. And then not only could they, when they were produced, they were able to organize themselves in a way, mind you, the way amino acids organize themselves, it's in a unique way, right? Different amino acids code for different proteins, right? So ultimately, you're saying that somehow along the timeline of the universe, the conditions were just right. It was just the perfect environment, and it allowed functional amino acids to be produced. And then when they were produced, right, it allowed them to organize themselves into proteins that are functional and that led to life, right? But also that nature, the conditions stayed the same or stayed probable in favor of those proteins. Mm-hmm. Because again, like I said, in abiogenesis, they had a control.
The lack of our evidence isn't evidence for your claim.
I got you. So Sky, I do get what you're saying, right? But what I'm saying is that sure, this seems to be like so astronomical, right? It seems to be like essentially, for lack of a better word, a miracle that it happened, for lack of a better word. But I don't think that shows that the supernatural is now all of a sudden the answer. You guys do me a favor, all right? I know you both of y'all follow me. Do me a favor. Let's circle back to this tomorrow, because I do want to get to Muslim. He's been patient, and we're kind of out of time, but I appreciate you both. Okay. Go ahead and both of you stay in the chat if you would like. You keep talking about it, and then we'll circle back to this maybe tomorrow, because I'll be back tomorrow anyway. All right. Do appreciate you both. We'll come back to it. Muslim, I do thank you for being patient with me. Apologize it took so long. You can go ahead and we can go ahead and get off mute now. Muslim, you're a Muslim, I'm assuming. Are you at least 18?
Are you assuming my gender? That's a good assumption. How are you doing, brother?
I'm all right. Are you at least 18?
Say it again.
Are you at least 18?
Yes. Yeah.
Cool. All right. Which number did you want to talk about? Number 1, number 2, or number 3? If you can't see what it says, I can let you know.
Yeah, I can't see it. So
okay, cool.
Can you read them?
Yeah, sure. Number 1 says, "Why should I believe in a God?" Number 2 says, "If hell is torture, why do I deserve that?" And number 3 says, "If heaven doesn't exist, would you still be a good person?" Which one do you want to go for?
Could really go for what was the last one again? If heaven doesn't exist, would you still be a good person?
A good person, yeah.
Okay, so we could go for number 2, I guess. Could kind of knock them all out, but
yeah, not a problem.
Number 2. Okay, number 2.
I got you.
You said about burning in hell, right?
Yeah. I just want to clarify, because I'm not too familiar with the Muslim version of hell. I heard it's the same as the Christian one, but according to you can inform me. According to Islam, the Quran, or Muslims, is hell a place of fire, brimstone, torture, and gnashing of the teeth, etc., like how the Christians say?
I'd say it's probably worse. I'd say it's extreme torture.
Gotcha. Okay, so my question will become, Muslim. I'm not convinced that the Quran is true, that Muhammad was the last prophet, etc., etc. Just because I'm not convinced of that, will I be tortured forever because I'm not convinced?
If you're not convinced of it,
right?
If you clearly got the message, because in Islam we have fitra, right? Mm-hmm. Now this is Muslim belief, so of course you have to establish Muslim belief. Mm-hmm. So I know this is presupposing.
Yeah,
right?
Sure.
But we believe in the fitra, which there is something in us that's an innate disposition to be inclined or leaning towards believing in the God, one God, right?
Okay.
So, and different scholars go into different details on how much it actually entails, right?
Okay.
So, in the Quran, it says, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم سنريهم آياتنا في الآفاق وفي أنفسهم حتى يتبين لهم أنه الحق ولم يكف بربك أنه على كل شيء شهيد.
Okay.
So we will show you signs within yourselves and within the horizons until it is clear that this Quran is the truth. Is it not enough that your Lord is over all things witness? Right? So we believe that there is many signs, when you just do tadabbur, which is, reflection.
Right.
So when you do reflection and you even look at this earth that we live in, look at how things are facilitated so beautifully, and I know some atheists, they say, oh, there's many planets where you would die and this and that. I'm saying for existence to be there at all, how beautifully facilitated things are, that this brings us towards a creator. Any other thing that we would look at with this type of intricacy, which we can't even see anything with this type of intricacy. iPhone's not going to be nearly as intelligent as you are, right? We would ascribe a creator to it. We would ascribe something about this has to be done by design.
Right. Okay. So here's what I would say, right? All that sounded great and beautiful, right? But it doesn't show me anything. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not convinced. You know what I mean? So my question is like, I get, I can go to let's say I go to a mosque and everything like that, and I learn about Islam, and I talk to an imam and everything like that, right? Let's say even after all that, I decide to not take the shahada because I'm just not convinced that Islam is true. Yeah, I got you. Give me 1 second. Let's say even after all that, I decide to not take the shahada because I'm just not convinced, right? The question then becomes, even if I listen to you, hear everything that you're saying, right? But I'm like, I'm not convinced that's true. Is Allah still going to say that, okay, you're still going to get tortured forever because I gave you the message, but you didn't believe it? Is that going to happen, you think?
So from the Islamic perspective, that this would be truth already that you would be rejecting, right? So it'd be clear to you, and a lot of people would have reasons to reject truth, whether it's for their desires. And it's not saying that you know it's truth right now, you know what I mean? But at some point, you'll get to the point where it is rejecting truth, where it is clear. So when somebody does reject the truth and they die upon it, then yes, and I have no issue with this.
I got
because
you.
This is
So Muslim, the issue that I have with it is that I'm honestly just not convinced. You know what I'm saying? Because if Allah is all knowing, He's gonna know that I'm faking it, right? So it's like, if I'm not convinced of it, then it's like I don't see the reasons why someone should be tortured for not being convinced. But Muslim, I do have someone on my stage right now. I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. I do have someone on my stage right now that is an ex-Muslim. I want you to talk to him because me and you will go in circles, right? Me and you will go in circles. So I think you and him will have a better conversation than me and you. Honestly, did you want to go ahead and talk to him for a little bit?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Bring him on.
Yeah, Z, go ahead. Let me make sure you can hear him. You can hear each other?
Okay, can you hear me, brother?
I cannot hear anybody.
Hold on, give me a second. Give me 1 second. Z, say mic check 1 2 1 2 for me.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. Hello.
Muslim, did you hear him?
No, I didn't hear anybody.
Okay, give me a second. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. All right. That should be better. All right, now Z, say mic check, and Muslim, let me know if you hear mic check. Go ahead, Z.
Mic check 1 2. Hello.
Muslim, did you hear that?
Interesting.
Muslim, you there? Is he there? Maybe.
Was he saying, because if anything, it shows that in the Quran, Allah hates transgressors, and especially in Surah Al-Baqarah.
Okay. Yeah, these are things I don't know. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said y'all have a better conversation, because for me, I'm just like, I'm just gonna keep telling them, yo, I'm not convinced of this, bro. So it's just I didn't want him to go in circles and waste his time. I'm not sure what happened to Muslim, because he's still on mute. It might be he might be in a bad area. We'll wait till he gets back.
Probably.
Might be in a bad area. We'll wait till he gets back. But
yeah, I just have some questions about equality in the book as well.
Ems is here. I don't know if you follow Ems Z, but Ems is amazing. Ems is amazing. He knows a lot of this as well.
Could you still hear us? Just checking in because we couldn't hear you.
There you go. Okay, Muslim is back.
We can't hear you.
Can you hear me, brother? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Muslim, you there? Can you hear him? Is he lagging?
No, man. Bro, years ago, bro.
I think he's lagging, or he's just lagging, or he's playing around on the phone. I don't know what's going on. But if we get to a point,
from high school to Allah knows how long.
Hey, Muslim, hello, do you hear me?
Could you put a thumbs up if you could hear us? His name was B.A.S.H.
Yeah, we can hear you, bro.
Okay, so you can hear us. We can't hear you.
Okay, give me a second.
Let me leave and come right back.
Yeah, leave and come back. His
name was B.A.S.H, but I freaking B.A.S.H.
That's I don't know.
No, he's gonna leave and come back. I don't know what's going on. He might be playing on his phone, but
he's playing around. I don't know.
Yeah. Muslim.
I just want to make sure he's not being disingenuous or intellectually dishonest, because like I know that's it's a great Muslim tactic, so I have to stay here.
Gotcha.
Would you be able to hear me?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, right? I'm making sure that he can hear you, because typically on StreamYard they can hear everybody, so I'm just making sure. But
can he see the live by chance?
He can see it. Yeah, I'm sharing the screen. That's how he can see everybody, so he can see it. So I'm just waiting for him to come back. But Ems, how's it going, Ems? It's been a little bit, man. How you doing?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
Hello.
You're lagging a bit.
Hello. I mean, we're driving by some mountains, but
Gotcha.
Is it any better? Is it better now?
Yeah, it's better now. I can hear you. You can hear me?
Yes. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen.
Gotcha.
Okay. Do we have the ex-Muslim here?
Yeah. I have the ex-Muslim there.
Yeah.
Z and Ems, can you guys say mic check for me real quick?
Yo, mic check.
You heard that?
Mic check. Yeah. I heard him.
Okay, great.
All right, perfect.
You guys go ahead. All right, so Z first, and then Ems, you can jump in at any time. Go ahead, Z. What was your question for Muslim?
Okay, so can we agree, brother? In Surah Al-Baqarah, it says that Allah hates transgressors, correct? And He hates the non-believers.
Say it again. Allah what?
Now, Allah does not like transgressors, and He does not like non-believers, correct? Yeah. I stated in Surah Al-Baqarah, and I stated in the 10 favors of Allah, what He did for the Israelites, so forth. Correct?
Yeah.
He doesn't like heretics. Okay. So I guess my brother's question here, right? Why would Allah create somebody with a rational mind, right? And also punish them for it? Because Allah is all knowing. And also I have a problem with compatibilism or soft compatibilism within your religion, which is free will and determinism coexisting. Because it's straight determinism, because you cannot will against Allah's will, right? So, but anyways, if Allah knows you're going to do X, you definitively can't do Y, right? Because His foreknowledge knows that you're going to do X. Therefore, if you do Y, then He's not omniscient. And He does not have an epistemic access to cognition, correct?
Correct. Yeah. If you're speaking of the knowledge, because you're speaking of the knowledge, if a teacher knows whether you pass or fail a test, is it the teacher's fault that you passed or failed the test?
Yeah. Can I tell you where that analogy fails? That analogy isn't symmetrical at all. That analogy isn't symmetrical at all because the teacher didn't create you. So the analogy isn't symmetrical.
And on top of that, the teacher does not deceive you.
Say it was your mother, right? Yeah. Is it their fault whether you passed or failed the test?
If
the teacher isn't the ultimate creator of all things.
And if the teacher is deceiving you, then yes.
Okay, if the teacher was the creator of all things, then they created you. Huh? Say it again.
Say it again, Ems.
The teacher was the creator of all.
If the teacher
is that created you, then you're talking about God again, and therefore it's not just.
Oh, wait,
and therefore it's not just.
If I pause real quick. Oh, pause real quick. Give me a second. All right, Ems. Hold on, Muslim. Go ahead, Ems.
If the teacher was deceiving you, then yes, they would be at fault.
If the teacher, so how is the teacher deceiving you?
If the teacher himself says that he's deceiving you, then I would take their word for it.
So Allah says He's deceiving you?
Yes.
Where does Allah say He's deceiving all the people?
Oh yeah, I mean, Allah did say he was a
like 14:4,
he can deceive as he wills, correct?
Yeah.
What?
So
What?
they
Say that
plan
again.
and Allah plans.
No, that is not what I'm talking about. That is not what I'm talking about.
In this context,
That is not what I'm talking about.
in this context, it's saying they deceive and Allah deceives. No,
That is not what I'm talking
and Allah
about.
plans. And Allah
That is not what I'm talking
Okay, then
about.
what's
There it is. It's called the Muslim shuffle, brother. It's called the Muslim shuffle.
It literally has nothing. I didn't even quote that verse.
By the way, I got a question, not for M's, for the other homie.
Okay, so brother, I'm gonna go back to what I was saying because we're getting off topic. I don't want to talk in order. I want you to pivot.
Hey guys,
so no, I say it's not just
hold on,
the teacher knows you're going to fail the test and doesn't give you.
ZZ, hold on. I'm sorry. I promise I'm gonna let you go. I know you want to get in. I promise I'm gonna let you go. Everybody pause real quick. But like we're kind of like talking over each other, which is why we can't hear each other very, very well. All right, so let's do this. I'm gonna give Z. I'm gonna give you 5 minutes, and then M's. I'm gonna give you another 5 minutes. How's that sound, guys? Sounds good?
What about me? What about me?
No. Muslim. I'm just on me. I'm gonna take Z. You and Z can go for about 5 minutes, and then you and M can go for like another 5 minutes. That sound fair?
Sure.
Okay, cool. All right. So just for us not to talk over each other, Z, go ahead and go ahead. I'm put the time on the clock.
2 minutes.
Go ahead, Z.
Yeah, I don't even think I'm gonna need 5 minutes for this guy. So, anyways, first off, your analogy wasn't symmetrical at all. And if you're just gonna go that the teacher is the ultimate creator of everything, therefore you're still talking about God, and it's not just because that shows that the teacher had a lack of teaching ethics to actually teach the student to follow the correct path that they wanted them to choose. And when you fail a test, you don't go to internal damnation and suffer for the rest of your life, right? So that's where also the analogy is symmetrical. So if you add the factor that you also receive internal damnation, then therefore that is not, hold up, I'm still talking. No, I'm still talking. And I want you to give me a syllogism, right? I want you to give me a syllogism, right? That a set of premises valid to an inference that preserves a conclusion on why soft compatibilism, right? And why you can will outside of Allah's will. Because in your book it says you cannot will unless Allah wills. And also, let's not bring up the hadith when even Adam said it wasn't his fault for committing that sin that sent him down to the earth.
Now we shotgun. Before you shotgun, right? So first of all, about the teacher and
is that shotgun because it's within the same topic of free will.
Let me go. Go ahead, Muslim.
LOL. So now you're saying that every single student that fails a test is because of the teacher, that they were not teaching well enough. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, let's say that, because the teacher has ultimate access, correct? Right? If you say that the teacher does not have ultimate access, therefore the teacher is limited. If the teacher has ultimate access, therefore he has the ability, or she, right? Here, it has the ability to give you the access to the cognition, but therefore they don't, right? So why would they receive internal damnation?
Okay, the student has the ability to pass the test.
Strong, man. Holy shit.
I'm saying just because
does the student have the ability to pass the test
doesn't mean that the student did not have the ability to pass or fail the test.
Okay, let's not talk about the students who can pass the test. Yes, you can pass the test, sure. I can concede that. Well, listen. Let's not do the Muslim shuffle. Okay, brother? So, how about the people who fail and go to internal damnation?
How many rak'ah are in wudu if you were really an ex-Muslim?
Yeah, there's no rak'ah in fucking wudu. No rak'ah before you pray.
Just let me just
no rak'ah before you pray. He's talking about wudu and go wash, brother. He's stupid.
Muslim, how stupid do you have to be to say that? Genuinely.
Brother, it's not your time right now.
Like even. Sure, it is not my time, but even if you want to test him, you wouldn't use a meme that's been regurgitated for 15 years or so. Just use something new. Be creative.
Did you just say you do rak'ah before you do prayer?
How do you do rak'ah before you do prayer?
No, you do wudu before you do prayer. Wudu. Stop strong manning.
Yeah, now how many people are in here?
All right, it's only M's and Z. All right, it's M, Z, and it's you, Muslim. All right, but
look at the Muslim shuffle, bro. He cannot track.
It's insanely cringe.
Yeah, I was. These are things that I don't know about. So like that's why I was letting you guys go ahead. But M's, you said you want to say something. Z, did you want to go ahead and give M some time?
If Z wants
I'm gonna say one last thing. All right. I'm just gonna say stop strawmanning my argument. So let's talk about internal damnation and the people who are getting punished for failing the test, even though God gave them a rational mind and does have the power to give them an access to cognition, right? To a certain access to cognition to know that he's there and to know not to transgress his laws, right? So therefore, if he creates somebody, right, knowing that they're gonna do X, and let's say X is the variable that bounds them for hell, I don't think that's just. So you're gonna have to justify that and find something independently without going back to circular reasoning. And I'm gonna let Brother M's talk.
Yeah, so, okay, wait. Before he just goes and says something and then Ems goes and tries to say something. So him saying that just knowing in itself is enough to be unjust, just like I said, whether the teacher created all things or didn't create all things, makes absolutely no difference on your fault for failing the test.
Then what's the argument for that? What's the argument? You're blundering. First off, what's the argument for that? And I said I gave two factors that he could give them the access to cognition. Stop fucking strawmanning, bro. Stop strawmanning. I don't like the Muslim shuffle, brother. I don't like the Habibi shuffle. Like, let's stay on one place, brother.
Habibi shuffle is crazy.
Explain how you refuted that. All you said, no, your argument, your response, your rebuttal.
Here, I'll explain how I refute it. I'll explain, okay? I'll explain. Because Allah is not limited. No, you said the teacher created all things, correct? Did he say that?
It has nothing to do with anything.
And I'm just going along with your analogy, which is not symmetrical at all, because you're leaving factors out, right? You're leaving the suffering factor out, right? You only want the factor that you can actually, I guess, find contention in, right? But there's no contention with what was it? Well, you don't have an argument against internal damnation, which you're not talking about internal damnation a lot, right? And you're also not talking about the fact, that Allah has the access to give them the power to
Okay, guys, hold on.
Oh, the Muslim shuffle.
Sorry. See, I know it's frustrating. Just give him a little bit leeway to go ahead and respond to you. Okay, just give him a second. All right, Muslim. What was your rebuttal to what he was saying? So
he's a strong man, but okay.
I know. But let's just give him a little bit of leeway so he can answer you. But go ahead, Muslim. What were you saying? And then we're gonna be out of time, and then M is gonna want to talk to you. Go ahead, Muslim.
My rebuttal to what he was saying is that he was speaking about knowledge, right? Speaking about knowledge, whether the teacher is the creator of everything or not, them knowing whether you're going to pass the test or fail the test does not take away from you had the free choice. You had the ability. Nothing is handicapping you from studying. You had the ability to study, yet you chose not to. You did not know what the teacher knows. You are not all-knowing. So you did not know any of that. From your own free choice, you still decided not to study or to study. Because he was speaking about knowledge. It's a very weak argument when he's
beautiful.
Okay, I think Z's entire point.
Beautiful. Another straw man again.
Oh man! All right, so Z, go ahead and give your final rebuttal, and then I want Ems to go ahead. I do thank you though. I appreciate you. Go ahead. What was your final rebuttal, Z?
Okay, man, this is like actually talking to a severe neurodivergent. So let me try my best. Okay, listen, brother, listen. So I love how you're skipping over the eternal damnation factor, and the factor cognitively understand of his presence, but he doesn't. Therefore, we have a rational mind within our own limited cognition, right? So why is it just, right? Because you're leaving out a lot of factors with your analogy. I don't even have to accept your analogy because it's not symmetrical nor even parallel. So I don't even have to accept your analogy, but I will accept your analogy. Stop talking over me.
Go ahead, Z.
Stop. Look at the Habibi shuffle. Look at you shuffle. All right, so listen.
Z, you got red bars a little bit, okay? Z,
I'm lagging.
No, all good. So Z, go mute from me real quick. Try to get to a better area, and I'll let you come back, okay? Try to get to a better area, but just mute up real quick. I want Ems to go ahead and speak next, all right? So just mute up real quick for me, please. I do appreciate you, Z. Thank you so much. All right. Ems.
Yeah, my bad. I was lagging, but W strong man.
No, all good, brother. All right, Ems.
Okay.
So Ems, go ahead. Muslim, I got you. Muslim, I got you. All right, so Ems, go ahead. What's your question or argument.
There is no question.
Okay, go ahead.
Again, God himself says that he deceives people in the Quran. God says he destines people to hell. The Prophet says in the hadith that in Bukhari 3208 that what has been written for you decides your action, and it overtakes your action and causes you to do the actions of the people of hell until you end up in hell. And in Muslim 2662c, it says that God has made people for hell, specifically for hell, before they were born.
Yeah, so you just lied about a whole bunch of
I know you're just a dumbass.
Clearly don't know what the hell you're talking about. So
really?
That it does
then where's the lie? Go ahead.
It does the action for you, as in it forces your action. You just made that up. You know what I mean?
No,
so
really. Then what is the source that I mentioned? What is the source I mentioned? Go ahead. What is the source I mentioned? Go ahead.
You mentioned, what was it, Sahih Muslim? You mentioned the hadith,
no.
You said. Al-Bukhari?
You know, what is the hadith? If I lied, you should know the truth. What is the hadith that I mentioned? Go ahead.
Let's pull the hadith.
Sure, what is the hadith I mentioned? Go ahead.
You said that it changes your action.
Again, you said I lied, which must mean that you know the source and know the truth. What is the hadith I mentioned? Go ahead.
Yeah, you said that it changes your action.
Again, what is the hadith? What is the source? If you said I lied, then you know the truth. What is the source? Go ahead. Could you stop speaking broken Arabic, please? Could you just continue?
It's not a hadith.
It is not a hadith, so it doesn't exist. So it doesn't exist. Sure. Could you tell me? Wait. Muslim. Just a second. Muslim, before you continue, could you tell me the true? Could you tell me the Tell me the true context. Wait. You're not. Again, you're not.
I'm sorry, guys.
You're not gonna run from this.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Muslim. Hold on. Muslim, hold on. Muslim, hold on. Okay, I'm have to mute you now. Hold on. Give me a second. Go. Yeah, you got to go one at a time. All right. So, Ames was asking you
before he continues. I said,
go ahead.
What I'm trying to say is, if I lied and what I said doesn't exist, and you're saying that I'm mentioning or distorting the true narration, then tell me what the true narration is saying. Go ahead. What is the hadith talking about?
Also bring a tasfir to back it up as well.
Yeah. So what I'm saying. Yeah. What I'm saying is, yeah, this hadith that you mentioned does not exist, right? So what's the true hadith? This is not hadith. Now, when you mention created for heaven and created for hellfire, this is right? This hadith, there's a place for people when they're in heaven. Everyone has a place in heaven and a place in hellfire. Right? So
before we get to the second hadith, could you go back to the first hadith? No, wait for the first hadith, Habibi. Because he's dumb. Because he's simply dumb. Again, stick to the first hadith. Again, Muslims, stick to the first hadith. And then we're going to come to the second. Stick to the first hadith. Again, stick to the first hadith. I'm cutting you off because you're not talking. You're not saying anything.
Because you're not talking. Right, how am I not talking?
Because you're saying bullshit.
Give me 1 second.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. All right. So Muslim, I don't know if you're listening to us. I'm not sure if you're listening to us through your Bluetooth or something like that. But try to listen through your phone instead, because we're having an echo and a delay. So that's probably what's going on. All right. So try to listen through your phone.
That's probably why you're dominating me as well.
Yeah. Try to listen through your phone instead of your Bluetooth speaker, okay? Because I can hear the echo on your side. Probably why you're hearing us late. Make sense, Muslim?
Oh, that's what it is. Okay, can you hear me on time now?
Yeah, we can hear you on time now. I was hearing on time. Okay. Yeah, I was hearing M's in your background.
Okay.
All right,
everybody look up aloud.
In the Quran, Mister. Okay, in the Quran,
stick to the hadith
for who wills, let them believe, and for who wills, let them disbelieve.
Wait, hold on. Muslim,
hold on. But let's stick to the hadith first.
Hold on.
Yes, but let's stick to the hadith first.
Guys, go. Hold on.
So,
we'll stick to the hadith first. All right. So, Muslim, What M's brought up was the hadith of Allah making people for hell and making people for heaven.
Yeah, that is the second hadith. That is the second hadith.
While I answer, or you're just gonna let that slide?
Yes. If you're lying, then yes, I'm gonna interrupt you. Fosi, that is the second hadith. I want to stick to the first one first. He said that the hadith that I mentioned doesn't exist. Then tell me the right context that I lied about. Go ahead.
So bring the first hadith you said again.
No, you said I'm lying, so you must know it. Tell me what it is. Go ahead.
You're the one making the claim.
I'm going to show it, but to you first. Again, you said I'm lying. You said
bring it again and do what you're told.
حبيبي حبيبي.
يا مرتد.
طيب يا بصمة تسمع. Again, you said that I'm lying, so you must know the hadith.
You said Kosumma?
Bro, if I'm saying that I haven't heard this hadith,
you said I'm lying. No, you haven't. You're not having heard it again. You having not heard it again.
No, you need to bring me the
I'm gonna bring it up right now.
Non-existent hadith for me to know it's a non-existent hadith, ya zalama.
No. If you haven't heard it, no. The problem is that you haven't heard it.
That you haven't.
كمل يا خصومك كمل.
What are you saying? I don't know.
All right. So we're not.
If he has not heard of it, if he has not heard of
the claim, so bring your
I'm gonna bring it up. But the problem again, the problem is if you haven't heard it yourself, that doesn't mean I'm lying.
You keep on bringing the same thing. If you believe you have a hadith, bring your hadith.
I do, but my question is to you. I'm going to bring it up on the screen. We're going to put it on the screen. But the question is to you again. Could you stop speaking broken Arabic to try to sound cool, please? It's cringe.
Can you stop speaking like
that? Can you put
I can.
Can you put a hadith on the screen?
Yeah, I can put a hadith on the screen. Sorry,
Bukhari 3208.
All right, give me 1 second, Ems. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, Haywan, brother. Next time I talk to you, brother, I don't want you to strawman my argument, okay?
Yeah.
Habibi,
next time
Habibi, don't strongman my argument next time, okay?
Sure.
Hey, hold on, guys. Guys, pause real quick. Everybody pause real quick.
Please.
Guys. Muslim, stop. Sorry. It's too much at the same time.
Bosi, could you put the Arabic only on the screen, please?
Yeah, sure. What was the hadith again?
Arabic.
What was the hadith again, Ems?
3208.
320. Hadith 3208?
Bukhari 3208.
Oh, Bukhari 3208. All right, so Hadith Bukhari. Give me 1 second. 3208. All right. I'm gonna bring it up right now, guys. Just give me 1 second. All right. All right. Whoops, that's not it. All right, just give me 1 second, guys.
Go ahead and take your time. Yo, everybody like up the live. Come on.
Hey, I appreciate that. Z. Thank you so much. Y'all go ahead and keep tapping that screen. Y'all keep tapping that screen. We got a bunch of people in here. We're only at 3K. Y'all keep tapping that screen. So let's get this up to at least 5 to 6K within the next 5 minutes. Like that live, y'all. All right, cool. So here we go.
Show the Arabic only,
yep, I got it right here.
And could you please read the Arabic Muslim? Go ahead.
Yo, subhanallah, brother.
Yes, I can read that.
Go ahead and continue. Read the Arabic, please. Go ahead.
Hold on. Let me take all this stuff off the screen so he can actually read it. I'll be fair to him.
Yes.
Do you speak Arabic, by the way?
I do not. So
of course I do.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm talking about that. Okay.
Of course I do.
إن أحدكم يجمع خلقه في بطن أمه 40 يوما ثم يكون في ذلك علقة مثل ذلك ثم يكون في ذلك مضغة مثل ذلك ثم يرسل إليه الملك فينفخ فيه الروح ويؤمر ب4 كلمات بكتب رزقه وأجله وعمله وشقي أو سعيد والذي لا إله غيره إن أحدكم لا يعمل بعمل أهل الجنة حتى ما يكون بينه وبينها إلا ذراع فيسبق عليه الكتاب فيعمل بعمل أهل النار.
Stop there, please. Could you translate the last 2 sentences?
Yes, I'll translate right now. Amen. They perform.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
Yes. The creation of each one of you is brought together in his mother's womb for 40 days. It becomes a clot for a similar period, and a morsel of flesh for a similar period. then Allah sends an angel who is commanded with 4 matters to write his deeds, his provision, his lifespan, and whether he will be wretched or blessed. Then the soul is breathed into him. A man may perform the deeds of the people of paradise until there is only a cubit between him and it, and what has been written overtakes him, and he performs the deeds of the people.
So stop there. Could you please explain to me the last sentence? Go ahead.
So the last sentence speaks about there's an overall qadar, which you know about this, but you're not mentioning this. There's an overall qadar, which Allah knows about. Allah says in the Quran, فَمَنْ شَاءَ فَلْيُؤْمِنْ وَمَنْ شَاءَ فَلْيَكْفُرْ. Right?
Could you again explain the last sentence without rambling?
Hey, brother, he's explaining. When he's explaining, shush him.
He's rambling. He's not explaining.
No. Hey, when he's explaining, shut your mouth. No. Just one. Moderator, you have to be honest. When he interrupts me, right?
You're rumbling.
When he interrupts me, you let it go. But when I interrupt him, you cut it off.
Okay, Mr. Strawman, just read it. Who cares?
Okay, I got you. I'll be fair. Let him go ahead and explain all of it, and then M's, you can go ahead and rebuttal it. All right? We'll be fair. Go ahead and explain everything that you were saying. For the other person that was talking, go ahead and explain those last 2 sentences, because I don't know any of this. So explain it, and then M's will rebuttal. Sound fair?
Yes, that's fair. Yeah.
All right. So go ahead and explain it.
So when we said he lied in his wording. Okay. Right? He lied in the way he worded it. The words are clear. It says what? It says, indeed, a man may do it says, indeed, a man, from the beginning, from the beginning, it says that the angel blows the soul into the person, and he is ordered to write 4 things. His provision, وأجله, is when he's going to die, وعمله, his deeds, and whether he is blessed person or not. Right? Then a person may do the acts of the people of paradise until the last moments, until the ending of his life. And then the qadar, the qadar submits on him, and then he does the acts of the people of hellfire and enters it. Right? But this qadar is written regardless. This is the knowledge of Allah written upon everything. Right? This isn't forcing anyone to do anything. This qadar is not forcing anyone to do anything. Allah says in the Quran, whoever wills to believe, let him believe. And whoever wills to disbelieve, let him disbelieve. Right? So no one's forced to do any actions. And right here, the brother, what he did is he came and said what? That he's forced to do the action. When simply, we're just talking about qadar.
And also,
okay, great.
If the teacher does know what the student is going to choose, and it's written, and they write it down, did they force them to do it?
Okay,
I don't know.
Great. I'm glad that you brought that up, right? But there's different principles. So when we're talking about a supernatural intervention, right, there's gonna be there's different principles. No. Stop asking loaded questions. Okay? I don't like oversimplified questions, okay? So let's be genuine here, right? So look, now listen. Okay, so I want you to make an analogy that's symmetrical to Allah, right? Where you cannot will outside of Allah's will, correct? Can you will outside of Allah's will? Correct.
No.
Could we before?
Since you want to ask loaded questions, can you will outside of Allah's will?
Just a second, before we get into that,
Allah Muslim. Yeah, well, he's asking me a question.
Wait, hold on. Before we get into that, before we get into that, Z, okay. I want M's to respond to everything the
okay.
All good. So go ahead.
So, have you read Ibn Hajar al-Asqalani's actual interpretation of this hadith?
I've read Ibn Hajar's interpretation of the hadith.
You have? So the hadith you didn't know existed, you've read the interpretation of it. Okay, can you tell me what it says? Can you tell me what it says?
He said Ibn Rajab. He didn't say Ibn Hajar.
I said Ibn Hajar al-Asqalani.
Huh?
I haven't read Ibn Hajar's explanation of the hadith, no.
Do you want to read it?
I mean, if I would want to read it,
do you think he would agree with you? Do you think he would agree with you?
Doesn't exist.
I'm telling you, if I would want to read the explanation of Ibn Hajar, I would want to read the entire thing. I would want to pinpoint.
Sure, and you could, and you can read the entire thing. But I'm asking you, would you like to read it?
I mean, that's fine. I mean, I can do that. That's fine. But that doesn't.
Bossy, I'm going to send it to you on. Ibn Hajar al-Asqalani actually just completely contradicts you, but sure.
Okay, that's fine. We have a what's it called? By the way, you need to understand a general principle we have is that anybody other than the messenger, peace be upon him, could be rejected by what he said. So
I agree with you. You're 100% right. You're 100% right. But the problem is that you're going to فَيَسْبِقْ عَلَيْهِ عَمَلُهُ, and then you're contradicting what the Prophet himself is saying. When he says يَسْبِقْ عَلَيْهِ عَمَلُهُ, what does the word يَسْبِقْ mean?
It does not say that. Say it again.
It does. يَسْبِقْ عَلَيْهِ عَمَلُهُ.
It says يَسْبِقْ عَلَيْهِ الْكِتَابِ.
Oh, kitab, sure. What does that mean?
يَسْبِقْ عَلَيْهِ الْكِتَابِ. Kitab is qadar.
Sure. So what does يسبق mean?
يسبق means overtakes him.
Okay. So if I overtake you, does that mean you're freely choosing?
So see, this is what you're doing right here. What you're doing is you are limiting a black and white statement right here. You're putting a black and white position. This is not black and white. This is simply to say that there is our deeds and then there's qadar, right? And qadar is this, everything is written under qadar. إِنَّا خَلَقْنَا كُلَّ شَيْءٍ بِقَدَرٍ. Even the people of paradise, they're under qadar.
Okay. But the question was again, the person who's done their good deeds their entire life, and then before they died, because they were written to go to hell, what has been written for them overtakes them, causing them to do the actions of the people of hell. Do you not see the problem?
What was written for them isn't forced upon them.
So how does it overtake them? If it's not forced upon them, why?
There's a comprehension of everything down to what they did. So
why do we not say?
Is it a forceful act?
Sure.
As in
instead of saying,
what's my dalil? I gave you my dalil.
Before we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. My problem is just a second. My problem is you could have just said what has been written for him has been fulfilled, but you've said and decided to word it in the way that what has been written for him overtakes him.
Okay.
Do you see the difference in wording?
I mean, it still doesn't. What's it called? It still doesn't take away my
Would you at least, before we get into the other points, would you at least agree? Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
What is Allah is all knowledgeable. So what is written for the man is not going to be outside of what Allah already knows.
Sure, but the problem is it says instead of what has been written, if it's knowledge, it would have been fulfilled. It doesn't overtake you. If I do something to come true, for example, if I give you a prophecy,
you cannot go outside of it. You cannot go outside of it.
Sure, I agree, which would mean it is fulfilled, not overtaken. If I give you a prophecy, the prophecy comes true.
Overtaken is just a translation.
Say that again.
Stick on that word as a translation.
Sure, يسبق in this context would be accurately described as overtake.
I'm saying the wording doesn't give a problem.
The wording does.
I mean, I don't agree with you. The wording doesn't give a problem.
So again, if knowledge comes true, you see the knowledge or the prophecy is fulfilled. You don't say it overtakes the person.
Yeah, so do you know what the Jabariya is? The Jabariya? Who they were? No?
The Jabariya, you mean the Qadariya?
The ones who did not
the Qadariya.
Free will. The
Qadariya is.
Okay.
The Qadariya. So the Prophet spoke about them.
You're saying that Ibn Hajar was of them?
I'm saying that the Prophet himself was of them. And the Qadariya were not those who didn't believe in free will. The Qadariya were not those who believe in free will.
Okay,
that is not what the Qadariya were.
So he claims that we're forced by the Qadar. That's your claim, right?
100%. If it overtakes you, then that is what it says. Now, we're going to go back to the Quran. Now, you said, I don't know if it was whichever one of you two that was speaking, said that the Quran does not say that God deceives you.
Yeah, no, stick on the point, brother. He said,
it is on the point. It is on the point. If God says in one place in the Quran, whoever wills, let him believe, and whoever wills, let him disbelieve. But in the same time, God says that no one can believe except if God allows them to believe.
Yes.
And God says in the Quran that God guides who He wills and deceives who He wills. And God says that those who do not believe, they will never believe. Say it again.
What did it say?
It says,
can you give me the exact
which part? Exactly. It is mentioned in multiple places, like 14:4, for example, and 10:100. It says, فَيَهْدِي اللَّهُ مَنْ يَشَاءُ وَيَضُلُّ مَنْ يَشَاءُ.
Okay.
And it says in Al-Baqarah that those who do not believe, they will never believe. Why will they never believe? Because God has sealed their hearts, blinded them and deafened them.
So Allah guides whom He wills and deceives who He wills based off nothing, you're saying?
Based on God's own whims and desires, because in 7:179 He says that He has destined He has destined some humans, based on the fact that in chapter 7, Al-A'raf 179, He says that we have indeed destined many humans and jinn for hell. Predestined them.
Wait, you said based off His desires?
Whims and desires. Because again, in Muslim 2662c, which is what I mentioned earlier in the conversation, it says that God, yes, based on that, it says that God Himself has created. It was talking about a little child, a child who has not attained the age of puberty. And Aisha said to the Prophet, "This child is a bird in paradise." And then the Prophet says, "It could be otherwise." Why could it be otherwise? Because God has made for hell those who are to go to hell. He made them for hell while they were yet in their father's loins. Talking about a child. So He has done no deeds.
If you know anything about Islam, you would know that nobody's mukallaf until they reach the age of puberty.
I agree. I agree with you. This is why the scholars have interpreted this hadith to mean that al-tifl sabiq li ahlihi. So if a child is born to a Muslim family, then he's not judged. If a child is born to a non-Muslim family, then he has a test on the Day of Judgment before going to hell, to heaven or hell. And that is the interpretation. That is the interpretation of. I can show you the actual. Wait. I can show you the audio recording. Just a second. I can show you the actual. You said that is incorrect.
He needs to at least reach puberty before any hukum is taken upon him.
So the Prophet is wrong in Muslim 2662c, and Ibn B.A.S.H is wrong when he actually told you what they meant. Go ahead.
The explanation of the hadith is simple, right? So I believe it was a Nawawi that explained about this hadith, saying that he's trying to teach Aisha that not to have a definite a definite vision of where anyone's going. That's it.
Yeah. So if I bring it to the sharh of the hadith, in which it tells you that الطفل سابق بأبيه, which is literally a shari fiqhi position that is derived from this specific hadith, in which it says that Muslim children born to Muslim family, they end up in heaven automatically, and children who are born to non-Muslim families, they have a test on the Day of Judgment.
Where's this from?
I can show it to you 1 second.
All right. So while he's getting that, y'all, just to let y'all know, like, let's wrap this up in about, I would say, another 10 minutes, because I do got to go ahead and get out of here. Once Ims returns, I'm going to go ahead and put the timer on the clock. We'll wrap this up in about 10 minutes. But while Ims is getting that, I'm sorry, Ims, go ahead.
If we're wrapping up in 10 minutes, can I ask Ims some questions? Because we're answering, we're going through, but I want to be able to also give a little offensive as well, right?
Of course. I don't have an issue with that. That's why I've been. No, of course. That's why I haven't been interrupting. But go ahead and answer. I think he's still getting what he needs to get. But go ahead and ask your questions. Go ahead.
Okay, so first of all, we're we can pull up the hadith and everything. We're already explaining. In the case where somebody says that this is people destined to hell, which this is not what any of Ahl Sunnah, is saying, that what do you call it? That Allah is forcing us to do the actions, right? Now, what is wrong with that from your perspective? What's objectively wrong with that?
Did you say subjective morality?
I said, what's objectively wrong with that?
Objectively wrong with that? Well, can you define what objectively wrong is?
Objectively wrong in a way that society and people cannot change. or culture.
In a way,
culture,
wrong
society, people,
within society.
in those things, yeah.
Society has to agree with it for it to be wrong. So can you justify that? Can you give an argument to where that's actually coherent?
Are you tracking? I'm sorry, but like
I'm tracking. Actually, I have an analogy. Since you strawman my argument, I'm gonna leave off that for a little bit.
Wait, let me clear something up.
The argument was that.
Muslim, I got you. Let me just clear something up. Muslim, did you mean that objective, like mind independent? It doesn't matter what we think is just there as a brute fact. Is that what you mean?
Mind independent is what do you call it? This is one definition.
Okay, cool.
Right.
Go ahead and clarify what you mean. So
I'm saying objective, as in no society, nor culture, nor people, nor their feelings can go and change that.
Gotcha.
Okay, yeah. Can you give an example of that?
Of something.
Sit up.
No, so of something objectively wrong, it depends on your worldview. So as a Muslim, doing it before marriage, objectively wrong. So Allah,
doing it before marriage, but that's in your paradigm. That's in your paradigm. Right?
I'm sorry.
That would.
I know.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. Let's put a pin in it real quick.
From your paradigm, can you truly say that it's wrong, or can you only say you feel like it's wrong?
No. Hey.
Yeah, I'm doing an internal critique, so I can say it's wrong.
Hey, guys. Hold on. Everybody, hold on. Let's put a pin in that really quickly.
Internal critique means it's wrong.
Guys. Hold on. Guys, hold on. Let's put a pin in that real quickly because Ims is back with what he wanted to give you. Okay, and I do want you, Muslim, to go ahead and ask him questions as well. Ims, go ahead and let me know what you want to give him so I can bring up on the screen.
This is a question asked to Ibn B.A.S.H. I assume you know who Ibn B.A.S.H. is, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Say rahimahullah. Oh my God! Yeah, that's very sorry. We can't hear that.
قال العلماء على هذا الحديث إن معناه أنهم يرجعون إلى علم الله فيهم يوم القيامة ويمتحنون يوم القيامة فمن أطاع الله يوم القيامة عند الامتحان دخل الجنة ومن عصى دخل النار.
Could you translate what you heard?
Bro, we couldn't hear it. You just told you the link or something. Yeah, we told you 3 times that it's very distorted.
Oh, I couldn't hear you. Sorry.
Yeah, it sounded a bit distorted, so they couldn't hear all of it.
Brucey, could I send it to you on Discord?
Hold on. Let me send it to me, or is it on YouTube? I can go ahead and bring up
It's on his website. It's in Arabic. You wouldn't be able to find it.
Oh, it's in Arabic. Okay, yeah. Send it to me on Discord and I'll play it. I just download it.
By the way,
I really wanted to make an analogy though.
I got you, Z. Let me just get this from Ims real quick.
Of course, I can play it.
There it goes. Ims send it to me.
Yeah.
All right. So let me go ahead. Oh, I didn't have you as a friend yet, Ims. Let me add you yet. All right, cool. So let's wait. How do I play this? Do I just click on it?
Yeah, just click on the audio.
Click on it and visit the site. Okay. Or play the audio. You said actually.
The audio is on the site.
Oh,
so
audio's on the
there's
site. Okay.
Transcript and then the question of the Ibn B.A.S.H.
Okay, cool. There it is. All right, let's see if everyone can go ahead and hear this. All right. All right, I'm playing it right now, guys. Give me 1 sec. Here we go.
هل أطفال النصارى واليهود وغيرهم الأطفال الذين لم يبلغوا سن التمييز وماتوا هل هم في الجنة أم في النار؟ سئل النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم عن أولاد المشركين هذا سؤال قديم قال الله أعلم بما كانوا عاملين. سئل عنه النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم فقال الله أعلم بما كانوا عاملين. قال العلماء على هذا الحديث إن معناه أنهم يرجعون إلى علم الله فيهم يوم القيامة ويمتحنون يوم القيامة فمن أطاع الله يوم القيامة عند الامتحان دخل الجنة ومن عصى دخل النار.
Okay, could you translate what you heard, please?
This is talking about the children of the Yahud and the Christians, right?
Yes, and the polytheists.
What was that?
And the polytheists, yes. The children of the kuffar are mu'min.
The children of the kuffar are what?
عموما.
And by the way, you recognize it says بلغ سن التمييز, right?
لم يبلغ سن التمييز. لم يبلغ سن التمييز.
Can you go back?
Listen closely. Yes.
Yeah, I can go back. Give me one.
You can just show the website. Just show the website. It says the question on the top. You know.
Oh yeah. Hold on. Let me put it on.
And just read the question.
Let me go ahead and put it on the screen real quick. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm bringing it right over right now. Okay. I'm gonna bring it over. All right. Let me take everything off the screen first.
Could you read the question?
Yeah, I'm taking
whichever one of you reads.
Yeah, I'm gonna take everything off the screen first so he can actually read it. All right, you're able to see that, Muslim?
Could you read the question, please?
Yes.
لم يبلغوا سن التمييز. So we agree those are children, right?
So, okay, if we had to grant the answer, right, as was mentioned right here, as we have seen, we granted the answer. All that is saying is that on the day of judgment, alongside other groups, they will be tested. They will be tested.
Sure.
And if they pass that test, it's as though they passed the test in the dunya. And if they didn't pass the test, it's as though they didn't pass the test in the dunya, in the world life. So it's just
so you agree that not all children go to heaven.
Didn't he say Allah يعلم ما كانوا يعلمون?
يعملون.
I got it.
So you agree to what I said previously, that children of Muslims and children of non-Muslims have differences in how they're treated at the end of or on the day of judgment. So you agree?
No, what Ibn B.A.S.H says is not binding upon us.
He's quoting the ulama.
He's quoting what?
The ulama.
He's
quoting the ulama and the Prophet. He's quoting the ulama and the Prophet.
What scholars is he quoting? What do you say?
Generally, this is a consensus that is held. This is not like a controversial opinion.
He said ijma'a?
No, he says قال العلماء.
كل العلماء؟
قال العلماء.
قال العلماء.
في هذا الحديث.
Okay.
So this is not a controversial opinion. This is like generally held.
Did he say there's ijma'a?
In this specific answer of the question, no. But this is not a controversial opinion. This is widely held.
By who?
By literally all Muslims. You're just westernized.
It's not the whole ummah. It's not all of the ulama.
I didn't say. Habibi, I didn't say again.
He said,
جميل. And صاحب هذا القبر, when he was asked, he said that they're made for hell.
Wow,
so when he was asked, he said that they're made for hell.
All right, guys. We're gonna have to.
Place for everybody in hell.
Hey, guys, we're gonna have to wrap this up because I gotta go. But I know Muslim, you wanted to have some questions for IMS as well. All right, so I'm gonna be fair, let you get your bars off, so you can go ahead and have those questions. And then Z, I'm gonna let you have the last round, and then we gotta get out of here, guys, because it's been a while and everybody's very, very lost because Islam is something that's very, very foreign to us in the West. Very foreign to us in the West. So we're all kind of lost. But Muslim, go ahead and ask your questions for IMS. And then Z, I promise you can have the last round. I promise you. All right. Muslim, go ahead. What is your question for IMS?
Okay, so my question for IMS is the conclusion that he is thinking by his framework. What is objectively wrong with this, or does he just feel like it's wrong?
I didn't say it was wrong, did I?
So it's not.
I didn't say it was wrong. I don't. No. I think you have like a misunderstanding of what I do. So I don't care about what is wrong and what is right when debating Islam, because if Islam is right, then everything in the Quran and God says is automatically right. I'm not going to just discuss that. Why I'm not a Muslim is not because of the morality in the Quran. I don't care. If I'm convinced of Allah, then I would not have a problem with any of the morality.
So your whole point, you can't answer whether it's wrong or not?
What?
Is it wrong or not?
I said I don't care to discuss morality because I don't care about morality.
That wasn't my question. My question was, is it wrong or not?
My question was, my answer to the question was, is I don't have an answer for you because I don't care about the topic at all. What I was discussing with you, was what is the facts.
If you brought me a hadith and I say, my answer is, I don't care for the topic at all. What is this, brother? I'm asking you a question, just like you asked me a question.
Sure,
is there any way you could provide
I don't have a question for you because, again, I don't have an answer for you because I do not care about morality. I don't think about morality. I don't care about morality.
Okay, so what's your contention, brother? What's your contention?
I don't have a contention with this morally.
You're not saying,
Habibi, listen. Understand my contention. Understand my contention.
What are you doing here?
Understand. Again, listen. What I was telling you, or what I was talking to you about, was... Could you let me finish?
Yeah, hold on, Muslim. Hold on. Let him finish. Hold on, let him finish. Go ahead, Ames.
What I came on here and saw was that you guys were talking about predestination. And I gave you facts about predestination. I didn't tell you, oh, this is wrong, this is blah, 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 this is so and so. I told you that according to the Quran and the Hadith, you can argue for predestination. I don't discuss morality because I do not care about philosophy at all.
So I did want to answer your point real quick about the children. Is that as we said, Ibn B.A.S.H isn't binding upon us, and the scholars that he mentioned are not binding upon us. That's an opinion. You see nothing wrong with that.
Who did he mention?
There's another opinion by Imam Nawawi where he says all the children will go to paradise. So these are just opinions.
So Nawawi has not heard of the hadith of the Prophet, mashallah.
Wait, say it again. Nawawi what?
Has not heard of the hadith of the Prophet.
No, he has his, he has explanations. He has distinctions. That's why there's no ijma on this. That's why there's no consensus on this.
I heard there's actually ikhtilaf if it's even sahih. And there's a longer method.
Really very good. The hadith in Muslim is not sahih.
Talking about a specific girl.
Alongside Imam Nawawi, Ibn Hazm as well. He holds that opinion. You get into the jits.
Ibn Hazm, could you give me the source, please? Go ahead. Could you give me the source in which they interpreted this hadith to say that all children go to heaven?
I heard that there's ikhtilaf on the matan, and there's also
of the Muslim hadith. Of the Muslim hadith, right?
There's also
ikhtilaf on the matan of the Muslim hadith.
Longer wording on the same hadith, right? Where it's talking about this specific girl, right? I also wanted
could you tell me who says that the matan of the Muslim hadith is weak? Go ahead.
Here, pull it up. What do you call it? Because I'm on this. This is something that I heard that the matan on this was.
But what is the source? Who says that the Muslim hadith is inauthentic?
Yeah, no, I know.
This says that the Muslim hadith is inauthentic.
This is a sheikh I seen on YouTube. You know what I mean?
No, I'm just saying that both opinions exist.
Not only him, someone else too. You got to remember.
And according to some of the different scholars that held the opinion that all the children will end up in paradise, regardless of their.
Sure, could you give me the source in which they said, in this interpretation of this hadith, that all children go to heaven?
What was that?
All children. He's saying the one you brought. No.
Do you have, for example, Nawawi, while commentating on this hadith that Allahu alam bima kanu ya'malun, that he says that all children go to heaven?
So his explanation, I don't know his explanation. I'm bringing you different opinions because you started the opinion.
Okay, but I'm asking you, how do you know that is his opinion?
Because
if you haven't read his interpretation.
Through research.
Yeah, how do you research it without reading it?
No, I'm just citing you because there was no consensus by Ibn B.A.S.H.
Sure, but I'm asking you, how do you quote something you haven't read?
I'm telling you that Ibn B.A.S.H. himself didn't quote a consensus. So what
he doesn't have to.
Was not a consensus. Just
again, because this is he doesn't have to, because there is no contention upon this.
I'm telling
you, no contention. He said.
Like this is just factually known by the Salaf and the Athar.
Yeah, no.
Like this is if you're a Salafi, you're not an Ash'ari. If you're a Salafi, then again there is no. This is just widely known and widely held by Salafis.
Can you quote me anybody who said that there's a ijma' on this?
Anybody? Why do you have anybody that says there is an ijma on salah, for example?
Because that's your claim. No, you said that's your claim.
I said it is not. It is not contentious. I said it is not contentious.
You said there is no contention.
Yes, it's a widely held belief. Yes, by the other.
Well, now you're changing your argument. Now you're changing your.
How did I change it? How did I change it? How did I change it? By the Salaf.
One scholar, Allah have mercy on him, and we told you clearly everybody's to be taken from, and depending on his own.
Okay, can you say the last thing again? I couldn't hear you.
What's it called? Like I told you, we accept the both opinions that do exist, and the answer you read did not.
But I'm asking you, where did you find the other opinion? You said that you've researched it, but I'm asking you, where is the other opinion on the explanation of the hadith? I can give you the source. I can give you. Sure. I can.
I didn't go into the books, so just as you did research, I researched.
No. We can go to the books again. You can find the same ahkam within, for example, Majmu' al-Fatawa Ibn Taymiyyah. You can find the same ahkam. Literally, this is usually in most jurisprudence books like CashApp al-Qana' al-Mughni, etc. You can find a chapter or a title of a kitab that says حكم whatever, like akhirat atfal al-kuffar, or whatever the different like wording of it would be. This is just found casually in kutub al-tafsir and al-fiqh. So I'm asking you, where did you read? In which book did you read of Nawawi, in which he says on this hadith that all children go to heaven?
About where this was found. At the end of the day, don't we want to answer?
Yes.
I think we're just going around in circles. So right now, what's the clear question? Give us a clear question to give you a clear answer. We're going around where you found it and what book and where he found it. What?
But I'm asking you, how do you know that he said that?
We want to move the conversation further.
So you're saying all you want me to tell you is where he said that? That's it. And then
yes.
Just accept his opinion. That's it.
I don't mind if you accept his opinion if you show me that he has it. Yes.
Okay.
And while you find it, did you have another question? You said you had questions.
Yes. Yeah. So you're posing these questions without even having any opinion that this is wrong.
Because I don't care for it to be wrong or not.
I'm saying
I can explain to you why I don't care. I can explain
He's
to you why I don't
arguing
care.
for predestination, not that it's morally wrong. He said he didn't care about the moral aspect.
Yeah, Muslim. Just so you understand my point. If I believe in Islam,
So why do you think Islam is false? You can't use any moral arguments because you can't say right or wrong.
Because moral arguments, sure. Moral arguments are stupid to disprove Islam. Okay?
I agree. So why do you think Islam is false?
Because I'm not convinced. Because I'm not convinced.
What?
Because I'm not convinced.
Are you convinced that there's no God?
No.
What?
No.
No what?
No, he's not. He's not convinced that there is no God.
So you believe that there is a God?
I have no opinion. I have no reason to believe so or not.
You have no opinion, so why are you talking? You only have an opinion.
So just because he's agnostic to the idea, and you should be agnostic too. You're going on pure faith, right? You can't rationally make out God's existence or non-contingent concrete existence that's necessary for creation. That's a personal or intelligent agent. You can't.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Excuse me, young man. We were having a conversation.
Yeah.
Your turn is not.
Okay, my sister. I got an analogy, sister. Actually,
hold on, guys. Muslim, I got you. Hold on, guys. Muslim, hold on. I got you. Hold on, Muslim, hold on. I got you. It actually is his turn because we're down to the wire, and it actually is Z's turn to talk. So now it's Z's turn. Z, you got the floor. You're gonna have the last round. You can go ahead.
All right. So, Mr. Strawman, hold up. I'm gonna put this picture up while I talk to you, brother. Okay. So, anyways, I'm gonna put this picture up while I talk to you. All right. So, brother, listen. Listen. So I'm going to make another analogy, right? And it's going to correspond with your analogy, but it's going to be a little bit better, right? It's going to be more symmetrical. Let's say I make, and let's say, listen. Oh, the Muslim shuffle. The Muslim shuffle is crazy. All right, can you mute him while I talk?
I got you. All right, hold on. Muslim, hold on. Guys, hold on. Don't talk over each other. Listen.
He's scared. He knows.
No, it's good. You're going to be talking to Z right now, okay? So you and Ims, y'all been talking for at least 25 minutes now, and we got to get down to the wire. So you can talk to Z now, okay? I'm going to get you off mute. I just needed to mute you real quick so you can hear me. You're going to be talking to Z now, okay?
All right. Get over here.
Right.
Yeah, you're
anyway, so
go ahead.
So brother. Okay, so I'm going to make an analogy, okay? And you need to tell me where exactly this analogy fails. So, and it's going to be parallel as possible. So this analogy, it's going to be the electric car analogy. And I made this analogy.
Guys, I'm sorry. I'm going to start time over again for you, Z. Guys, he's asking you the question, all right, Muslim? So, like, that's why I said you can talk to Z now for the last 10 minutes of the show, and then you're going to go ahead. I got you.
Am I able to ask?
You're going
to in the middle.
Right. Hold on. Muslim. I got you. Understand? You're going to be able to ask some question. I know you want to play offense as well. I'm gonna be fair. So Z, you got 5 minutes. Hold on. Z, you got 5 minutes for offense, and then Muslim has 5 minutes for offense. Once it gets to 5 minutes, it's gonna move on to Muslim. All right, Z. Cool.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
All right. Cool. All right. He agreed. Okay. So. I'm put 10 minutes on the clock, so 5 minutes each. All right, go ahead, Z. You're first.
Perfect. All right. So straw man. Let's not straw man this, okay? So let's say this is an analogy I just made, just like twiddling around. But anyways, so let's say you make an electric car, right? And the initiative of this electric car is to move, right? Obviously, right? And you know, once you put the electric car down, because it's designed to, it's going to move once it hits the floor, right? Or if it hits hard ground. All right, great. Let's say you put it on a table, right? It has the option to go left or to go right? Correct? And let's say you put it on a table where the right side is a little bit longer and it only goes for at least 2 feet, right? So therefore it stops. But the left side is going to be a 1 foot, right? It's going to be 1 foot long. So therefore there's going to be an extra feet where it just falls off, correct? So, all right, let's say it goes to the left side. Are you responsible for that car knowing that it had 2 choices, right? Which is I gave you the free will factor here, right? And it had 2 choices, but you put it in such a situation to where it could fail. And let's say this.
No, wait. Can I answer, please?
Wait, are you finished?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. All right. So hold on. What about an electric car? And what about God's logic? Are we talking here? Because honestly,
my God,
we're talking about God or an electric car. Or what's going on here?
So this is an analogy. Do you know the definition to an analogy?
All right, let me give you an analogy. Let's say you go walk in a Costco, and I give you a Costco membership. Now, in this Costco, you got free will to drink alcohol, commit adultery, or shop for fruits and vegetables and everything that may benefit your body. Now, if you chose to spend your whole time in Costco drinking and committing adultery and beating people to death, am I at fault for giving you the Costco membership?
Oh, no, because first off, you're missing a lot of aspects here. So you didn't create the fact that you created me, and then you have the choice to rather limit my cognition or to ascend my cognition. You don't ascend to my cognition. So therefore,
do you believe?
Okay, wait.
No, so the analogy is not symmetrical. It's not parallel. That's Here, everybody in the comments, was that analogy symmetrical to God?
Well, okay, no, let me tell you the symmetry breaker. Okay, so you said that if a car is completely leaning on one side, bring me any ayah that says Allah created us completely leaning on one side. This is disanalogous.
What? That's not the, you see. Look. He's already not tracking.
Z, let me tell you. Z, let me go ahead. Let me finish out. Go ahead, Muslim. Go ahead.
So, what do you call it? You're saying if you create it completely leaning towards one side, you already said you're granting free will.
I didn't say completely leaning towards one side. Already strawmanning. Great job.
Hey, hold on. You're about to get baked. So you said that the car...
The Muslim shuffle.
Hey, stop farting. You said if the car is leaning on one side already, who said that created us like that? baked, right? Now number
Okay,
two.
okay,
does a
yeah,
car
great,
have
great,
free
great,
will-
great. Now
free
let me
will?
instead of doing the Libiano shuffle, because I cook Libiano as well, so I can send you the video. So instead of doing the Libiano shuffle, let me go on. All right, so I'm saying that it's free. So I'm giving that as a symmetrical, or it's analogous to free will, right? And I'm not saying it's on complete the other side, right, or completely on the other side. I'm gonna say the other side is a little bit shorter, right? So this is analogous to Allah knowing that you're going to do X, right? Let's say Allah knows you're going to do X, right? And you know the car was going to turn right? Even though it had the choice to turn left, but you know by putting it down, it was going to turn right? So you are responsible, right? Because you knew, right? And you are the creator of this car. Therefore, you are responsible. And first off, the first analogy was terrible, brother. I mean, the Costco membership, like sometimes we got to lock in, brother. In eighth grade they teach you about rhetoric. You should
Hey guys, both of y'all. Hold on, wait, guys, hold on. Give me a second. I think I can know what we're. Hold on, so I got you. I think I know what we can talk. What we find we're talking past each other a little bit here, because from what I'm understanding, what Z's saying is that according to the Quran, God already has foreknowledge of everything that we're going to do. But Muslim, he's the one who created, so he has foreknowledge. I think what Z's argument is that because of that, wait. Muslim. Hold on. Give me a second. I'm just trying to steel man this so you understand where he's coming from. If it's true that God knows everything that we're going, So if it's true that God, I got you. If it's true that God knows everything that we're going to do, that would kind of contradict free will, because we cannot make Allah wrong, can we? If we can make Allah wrong, that means he's not all-knowing.
Yeah, libertarian.
Can you define free will?
Okay, wait, 1 second. No, that's free will. Just one second.
Define free will, yeah, of course. It's a free of choice without supernatural intervention. Yeah, or any external cause, with no external cause.
Hey, bro, he's trying to express right now. Oh my goodness, bro.
Free choice of action without external.
Hold on, Z, let me hear him real quick. What's Muslim?
Okay, if we had.
Whoa, Muslim, you're in the matrix. You're going out real quick. You're in the matrix.
Somebody.
Yeah, you're going out. You're begging out.
You're arguing with
Okay, is it here?
Yeah, you're bugging out. Okay, so Muslim, I think you're going through the mountains.
Is it any better now?
Okay, that's better. That's better now.
Okay. You're going through the mountains.
No. Okay, yeah, it's because I said Bismillah, right?
Okay.
So what I'm saying right here, if somebody created you, right? If somebody created you, and they know what the results are going to be of what you chose, right? Of what you chose. That does not mean that they chose for you. They knew what you would choose, yet you still chose it out of your free will. And this, not 1 second, there is a lot of atheists who are even determinists. And so they believe in basically a predestination themselves. You know what I mean?
I agree with that. But here's what I'm trying to.
Even the same argument. That's why I say atheists.
But why are you talking about other worldviews? That's a non sequitur. That's a non sequitur.
What are you talking about?
That's a non sequitur. That's a non sequitur.
Hold on, guys. Hold on, Muslim. Hold on, guys.
Don't be red herring.
Hold on, guys. Muslim, I got you.
I put somebody in jail.
Right. I know what determinant is. I got you. So this is where I'm coming from, right? If Allah knew, like millions of years ago, before I was even born, that today I was gonna be wearing a blue shirt and a blue hat and speaking to you on this live right now, if he knew all of that, then I have no choice but to do that. Because if I was able to choose a red shirt today, hold on, wait, hold on, let me finish. If I were to choose a red shirt instead of a blue shirt, then Allah would be wrong, and we can't make Allah wrong. So I had to choose this blue shirt. There was no other way I can choose something else. That's why I'm saying that according to that framework, I really want to have free will.
The disagreement is simple here, though. So the thing is, just because Allah knows which one you would have chose does not take away that you had the free choice. Like, for example, a very simple analogy, right?
Make sure it's symmetrical.
1 second. Okay. If I know, you're going to pick a white car instead of a black car, right? Then does it mean that I forced you to pick that white car? And tell me, I know you're going to say, oh, but you're the creator. Please tell me how being the creator changes that.
Yeah, sure. Wait, can I tell you that? Well, yeah, sure. Because the creator has the access to your cognition. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no?
On everything. Yeah.
Does the creator? No, does the creator have access to your cognition? Yes or no?
Yes.
Oh, perfect. So do you, in this analogy, do you have access to our cognition to therefore change our minds?
Wait. So you want him to force us to believe?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, of course, because like let's say there's internal damnation, right? If no one wants to suffer for life, right? Well, in the Quran, I'm pretty sure that not everybody will suffer for life. That some people will suffer for an amount of time, but nobody wants to suffer ultimately, right? So if Allah made us have rational minds and a limited cognition, therefore, and He knows that we're going to do X, we can't definitively do Y, like brother said, right? Allah knew from millions of years ago that He was going to have on this blue shirt and blue hat and sitting on the side talking to you today. He can't contradict God's foreknowledge, because if He chose a red shirt today, then God would have been wrong. Correct?
Okay, wait.
Okay, great. No. We're almost there. So make the analogy symmetrical to God, right? I don't like these like false analogies, man. I mean, come on, bro.
Okay, wait.
And here, even better. Here. Last thing. Can you make an argument? Listen.
Everybody pause. I'm sorry. So Muslim, I gotta get out of here. But I am gonna give you the last word. All right, I promise. I'm gonna give you the last word, but I do gotta get out of here. All right. But I appreciate you. Definitely come back. All right, because this conversation is interesting. I definitely want to hear more from you. All right. So definitely I'm come back. I'm not kicking you out to run from you or anything like that. Tomorrow I'm gonna be doing this again. All right. So you can subscribe to my YouTube if I know you're scrolling past and you probably saw it and jumped on. Tomorrow I'll be here again. So come back tomorrow so we can talk about this again. All right, I promise I'll be here. I'll let you on, and then you and Z can talk even more. That sounds fair, because I do got to get out of here, but I do want to hear from you again. All right, that sounds fair.
Yes, and you said you'd let me get a last word.
Yeah, I'll let you get the last word. Go ahead.
Thank you so much. All right. So what he brought there at the end about God having access to our cognitive knowledge. Now he actually went from our free choice. And he said it would only be fair now if God had chose it for us. Now, God is what He's doing, allowing us to play out our free will while knowing, or our free choice, while knowing that which we would do. Now, what He's suggesting now is because He has access to our knowledge, He could have changed that. Well, guess what? That is force.
Yeah, great. I'm glad you said that. You see how that's a better determinism, though? That's better determinism. And first off, I said access to know of His existence, because a lot of people, they don't follow the Quran, or they don't follow a religious belief because they have a trouble of.
Oh my God, guys, hold on, guys. I promise I'm gonna let y'all get into this tomorrow. Hey, y'all guys, I'm gonna let y'all get into this tomorrow. Right? Because I just gotta get out of here.
All right, don't be straw man. All right, everyone have a great day.
No problem. Hey, Z, I appreciate you, man. Come back tomorrow, right? I do appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Have a great day. I mean, come on. On that point, you gotta admit it, host. Come on.
No. I'm all good. I do want to talk about that more, but I gotta get out of here, man. I'm starving and I want to go. No, bro, listen, I didn't eat, bro. Listen, I haven't eaten since 9 a.m. I gotta get out of here and eat, man. I will stay here and talk to you more, but I gotta get out of here. I promise.
We'll take your brother. That food that your body is decreed for you, brother.
I got you. Hey, but you guys come back tomorrow, all right? I'll talk to you again, all right? I appreciate y'all.
Shout out all my blooders, man. You already know how we rock it, man.
I got you. Appreciate you, man. Have a good night, all right? Hey, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Okay, you came in at the last minute. Do apologize, but I'm gonna get out of here. All right. I promise I appreciate y'all, man. But I gotta get something to eat, man. I'm starving. But I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much. You guys are wonderful. Always remember to be secure, be affectionate, be wise, be flexible, and be trustworthy. Always be soft.